Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for tuning in for Lessons, Learning, and Readings with Larkin. I am Larkin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is a beautiful day here in Ohio in the United States. I mean, perfect and gorgeous. The sun is just setting. For those of you listening, oh my gosh, some of you are all over the world. And that's one of the things I love about this broadcast is we have people who are just getting up, people who are just going to bed, people who are in the middle of their day. So it's really exciting that we can all join in together here today. All right, Samantha, welcome. Vladimir, Sylvie, welcome, welcome. Priscilla, welcome. Hi, everybody. Kelly Ann, welcome. Thanks for keeping in touch, Kelly Ann. Great to see you all. Sherry Brolick, hello, hello. All right, we're going to take just a few minutes to set up our ambiance. I don't know what kind of day you had or you're going into, but we want to make sure that you guys are set up for success here. And most of you have been here before that are on right now. I can see your names. We'll probably have a small audience tonight since I'm on later. But for those of you who don't know or who need a reminder, it is so important to set up the stage for whatever you're doing, whether you're going in for an interview or you're going for a walk or you're setting the table for company. Maybe you have an important phone call or you're just tuning in for readings. You have to set your mind up for success because in this physical body, you also have this ego and you have this egoic mind. And you have to set it up for success. So if you're coming to a reading and there's something you want to get out of it, you have to make sure that you are all in. It's not just up to the reader. It's not just up to spirit. You're a part of your spirit team and you are bringing everyone to the table. You're bringing everyone that's coming to have messages for you, who's bringing lessons, who's going to try to work through me or whoever the reader is. You're bringing all your energy with you. Does your energy say resistance because you're desperate? Or does your energy say, I'm open and ready to receive? And receiving doesn't just mean something's going to come through me to you. It also means that you have a space. You have a mental openness, an emotional openness, a conscious awareness that maybe you don't normally carry throughout the day. A place within you and your reality to actually receive the guidance that'll come through. And that's part of what the art of receiving, the book by Abraham Hicks, is about. This is a vital part, okay? So make sure you're an active member when you come to these readings, at least to mine, because Spirit knows who's here. And they will be delivering messages to you. Even if you're not called on today, they will speak through you, either in the lessons coming through me or in other people's readings. So you don't want to miss that because you're, obsessing over, is she going to call on me? Should I message in the group again? I'm here. Just make sure you're an active part. Your job is to be the receiver and allow those who came with you to come through for you. Okay. So that being said, I have two incense we're going to use today. We're going to use the sandalwood and the black cherry, one of my very most favorite. We'll start with the black cherry because it's super sweet. If you have crystals or maybe wind chimes, or you have, like I always bring 3 drinks with me, bring a delicious non-alcoholic drink and join us. Maybe you want a little turmeric or a little chamomile, something to help your mind relax. Yogi and medicinal teas. They have wonderful teas that will help you relax and get more in the mode of receiving. Okay. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and light this for us today. I also have a candle. For those of you who need a reminder or haven't heard this before, we are sensory beings while we are incarnated, the tiny bit of time we are incarnated. And so it's so important that we take that into account. So when I say set up the ambiance for yourself, part of that means make sure that your senses are allowed to shift during, for this, that match just broke and I don't know where it went. Make sure that your senses are allowed to shift. So maybe you've been around noisy people in the office all day or crazy traffic or screaming kids. set up some calm background music or some wind chimes, change the lighting. I am very picky about the lighting I have in here. Oh, you see my cat? One of my cats. Um, the elements, earth, air, fire, and water, are very important triggers for us as humans. So, what you can smell and see, what you can feel, maybe you need to sit on a very soft, cushy blanket or wear something comfortable. Fire, I mean, everything is energy, guys. So, this smoke, the scent of the incense, the fire, when I light a candle, that literally changes the energy. And all of those things in our sensory perception also allow us to transcend worlds. They allow us to perceive the thinness between the veil of the worlds. Okay. So it really will literally help your brain, your human brain, make the shifts that it needs to get through today. Okay. So here we have our lovely incense, the cherry. And then I'm going to go ahead and light a candle. I would also recommend before we get started that maybe put your hand on your heart right now, and does your heart feel like it's fast or slow? Are you breathing heavy because you're excited that we're on here, or are you breathing really slowly? Okay, are the muscles in your face tense or relaxed? This will all tell you if you're in the mode for receiving or not as well. Okay. Are your loved ones and angels and spirit guides there with you? Yes, they are always present and available. They can always hear and sense you. Will you receive their messages? I don't know. That's going to depend on the mode that you're in. If you make the shift that I'm taking you through right now, if you're in the right mental and emotional space, if your frequency is aligned to do so because you're in the mode of receiving. Okay? So that's important. Um and guys, you bring them with you, right? You're bringing them with you for today. um your spirit team is your loved ones that have crossed over or that are part of your spirit family on the other side that maybe you've never even met in this world. They are your spirit guides, which, by the way, on the 28th of March, we have Meet Your Spirit Guides event, absolutely free for 20 people. Go ahead and just private message me. I am getting your messages. I'm just having my website rebuilt, so I don't have a regular registration system for this time, but it's completely free. And in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be having a live All About Spirit Guides event. If you want to hear about that prior to thinking if you want to join the Meet Your Spirit Guides event, which is a 3 to 4 hour event where I help you get to know your spirit guides, who they are, get validation, help you learn how they connect with you personally, and what you need to do to enhance that relationship. Okay, it's a really amazing event, and it was the idea of spirit guides. All right, so here's my candle. All right, so let's take just a moment. We're going to take a deep breath. I want you to just notice if your breath is slowing down. Notice what your heart rate feels like. Are you open to receiving, or are you focused on something that you want? Because if you're focused on something that you want, then you also run the risk of the resistance to it coming into you. Okay. So we want to remain open about that. Okay. Just a moment. I'd like to thank all of you for being here. I'd like to thank Veronica for creating this entire platform and for the best readers I have ever witnessed on this planet in this lifetime here that she has brought together for all of you. I want to thank all of your spirit teams and mine. And of course, God, Source, and Spirit for making this all possible. And in gratitude, guys, we are empowered. This is the lesson from Spirit today that they want me to share with you before we get started. Okay, most of you know when I found Veronica and she and I started connecting and I was invited to do readings on here, Spirit said to me, please make sure that you give us a lesson each day, that you allow us to share with the listeners, because we know who's listening and we know what they need. Please let us come through you and share something that we know people need each time you get on. And so that's what I do. And today, that lesson I didn't know. Sometimes I know way ahead of time. They follow me around and tell me. Sometimes I don't know till the last minute. And today, I didn't know until the last minute. It's gratitude. Gratitude is, as Eckhart Tolle says, the most powerful prayer you can ever say, think, or feel. Gratitude is the key to abundance, and that doesn't just mean money. It means joy, health, love, success, fulfillment. Abundance comes from gratitude. And we are taught in this world today to be grateful only once we have gotten something. When we receive, okay, say thank you, or, oh, I finally got it. Great, I'm grateful. But we so soon forget it. And Spirit says, make sure you understand that manifesting comes in the opposite direction. You must first feel and experience that which you want to experience in order for that which you want to come to you, whether it be material or otherwise. We are taught in this world, we are brainwashed into the 95% of our mind we are unaware of. And so, whether you believe it or not, you do, because you've been programmed to believe that that seeing is believing, not believing is seeing. But you see, manifesting is the opposite. You have to feel the gratitude first, because everything you want because how it will make you feel, because of the experience. So if you're first grateful and you find the experiences you are grateful for, then you will actually be delighted and surprised, because what will come to you will be even better than what you can imagine. Okay? Please take just 20 seconds, close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and think about what you're grateful for, or all you actually have to do is say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel gratitude. You do not even have to think of a particular thing to be grateful for. You just have to feel the gratitude. Okay. All right. There have been lots of passings over the last few weeks. My husband's uncle passed away. A lot of people that I know have had people in their family crossing over. Sometimes there are a wave of pets and animals as well, but right now it seems to be a huge wave of people. And that's okay. When we have these influxes, we also have, people coming into the world. And there are frequency waves of energy that are opportunities and openings whereby souls come in and out like this. All right. I want to remind you, as I'm going to scroll up and start looking for readings, and I'm going to greet those of you I have not greeted yet. I want to remind you guys, hi Samantha, hi Sylvie. I want to remind you guys that you were here. I mean, we were all where we're going to go after we leave this world before we got here. So do not forget that. Okay. Do not forget that it's not this traditional sort of, human belief that we seem to have from our egoic self, that you're here and then you die. No, there is no death. You're there for eternity. You're in non-physical for eternity first. And you take these small vacations to incarnate. You take these small adventures that from the other side, outside of time and space, is like that. It's just that much time to incarnate. So you spend much more of your time outside of time and space, not incarnated, than you do incarnated. Okay? You guys are eternal. You are eternal. So we have amnesia when we are born. So please consider this when you're thinking about the loved ones you want to hear from today, the people and animals that you miss, your own fear maybe of mortality. Please keep this in mind. Okay, you were eternal first. The other side is home to you, home to your loved ones, home to your pets. The other side is the familiar side. This is just a little jaunt that you're taking. Okay, is it important while you're here? Yes, it's everything. and it's an important part of your experience of existence. But it's not that we're born and then we die and it's all over. It's that we are born into this world having already been in that world. And then after this little experience, we go back home. We wake back up on the other side. Okay? It's like we're dreaming right now. Okay, this is not our full experience. This is a limited experience so that we can experience contrast, as Abraham Hicks says. Whereas the other side, we don't have the limitation of senses and ego and all of that. All right. Okay. If you guys like this and you want more people to find Veronica's page, please make sure that you go ahead and like this broadcast. It will help more people in need find the page, not just my live, but all the readers here. Okay. All right. Let's see here. We didn't get to last time. Michelle, Melissa, welcome. Katie Kirk, welcome. Sherry Daniels, awesome. Krish Pillay, welcome. Teresa, hello. All right, so guys, also if you want to join me for other readings and keep track of the events that I have coming, hi Carol, hi Kawizi. Please make sure you guys check out my Larkin Psychic Medium page down here. And I also do mindset and coaching work, help with like just everyday mindset work on the My Powerful Choices page. That's also listed down here as well. You guys just like and follow it if you're interested so that you don't lose track of it, okay? All right. At JHB, welcome. Lisa Paris, Michelle Olivier, Julie James, hello. And Mary Casey, Daniel Lyons, hello. All right. So let's see how many of you guys are still on here. Okay, so hi, Katie Kirk. Yes, happy Friday. Woohoo! Thank you, Michelle. I wish you a happy weekend too. All right, so let's see. Vladimir, you're in Brooklyn. How cool. Yes, please let me know where you guys are from. That's so fascinating. I love that. All right. Sylvie, let me know if you are still here, please. And hi, Priscilla. I see you too. Oh, thank you, Sherry, for sharing. That's wonderful. All is well, Vladimir. Thank you. Hello from Canada, Sherry. Yay, I love it. I have clients in Canada. It's amazing. All right, got you too, Sherry. Let's see here. Carol, you're from Chicago. Awesome. Caitlin, Canada. So cool. New York, Lisa Paris. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. Indianapolis. See, when I get on later, I get a lot of Canadians and Americans. And when I get on earlier, I get a lot of people from the UK and like Australia and Europe. Oh, it's so fun. Rome, Priscilla. Oh my God. Yes, TGIF. Awesome. All right. Let's see. I'm starring you guys. I'm just going where Spirit's asking me to. So I'm starting in a few of these here. Let me check this out first and see if she's here first. Sylvie, you are here. Awesome. Mary Casey, Ireland. Yes, I'm part Irish. And from Maine, KR 5036. Very cool. All right. I've got you guys. Hi, Samantha. All right, I've got you guys starred here. Wait a second. Oh, I lost one. I needed to star first. Wait a minute. Rosalind, so good to see you. Hawaii, Kellyanne. Oh, that's my dream. I want to move there so badly. All right. Manitoba. Yes, Melissa. I still remember your reading. That's amazing. All right. So let's see here. Hi, Brian McTaggart. Welcome. You're the first American I've seen, Caitlin. Yay, how fun. It's an honor. All right. All right, Carol, I want to make sure I have starred something that Sylvie, what is your question? Do you have a specific question that you want today? 65 degrees and sunny. Yes, Carol, it's been like that here too. That's so cool. Mississippi, Kawizi. Yeah, love it. All right. And Scotland, Danielle. Oh, yes. I love it. I miss living over there so badly. All right, hold on. Sorry. I just was if you guys have um oh, I do want to share this. This is cool. And then we'll get on to our reading. Melissa says, I tell my high school students when they call me old, yeah, what do they know? How grateful I am to be old. So many people don't get to my age. Yeah. And you know what, guys? I have to say this because I really have a pet peeve about the multi-billion-dollar industry that is meant to make us feel old. Katie Newkirk, Missouri. You're so close to me. Just General Sylvie. Okay. Um, we really have to watch that because we lose life when we get caught up in the age thing. And so many cultures, like in China, they respect their elders. They are, they don't put their family in nursing homes. They bring them, they live with them. They make sure the grandchildren and the great grandchildren are interacting. And that's really important because when you live in a society where they try to separate you out and they make it seem like your idea, like here, what they're really doing is they're separating the generations so that they can brainwash you and you can't pass the knowledge, wisdom, safety, and independence and freedom off to your younger generations. It's how they get the teenage boys when their testosterone is high and they brainwash them and they program the women to be a certain way. It's happening in our society right now. It's happening in the US right now. When you start putting older people in nursing homes and children in daycare, that's what you're doing. And don't think it's not intentional. It's very intentional in order to control us. So, when I hear this aging stuff, it bothers me because there is so much value at each age. And the fact that we do value different types of people at different ages is really very hurtful to all of us. We need to be sharing that wisdom, learning from the different generations together, and we need to understand that it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. If you feel old at 30, 40, 50, 60, even 75, instead of living and focusing on what you want to do next, you've been sucked in. Okay. It's one thing when you get to the point where you literally like you need help to walk, you need help to eat, like you're old. That's one thing. But when you're still living a functional life with dreams and aspirations, and you have this cloud over your head telling you how old you are, you'd be surprised at how much it actually prevents you from living. So be very careful about that, okay? All right, Sylvie, welcome. Let's see here. Um, Kelly, Venmo, UK, awesome. All right. Okay, Sylvie, let's see here. Just a general reading. Wow, you have a lot of wonderful lights and energy around you, Sylvie. A lot of really fun, playful, lighthearted energies around you. And I'm glad you liked that, guys. I hope it was helpful. So you have a lot of magical energy about you. So I went ahead and I asked, a lot of the energies coming in for you, Sylvie, they're not just like ethereal energies. They're not just energies of your spirit team. They're also energies of, hi, Lori. They're also like magical, very down to earth energies. They are like fairy and elven energies, flower energies, magical energies that are actually here grounded to the world. And I'm asking them, what does that mean for you? Um, they're telling me that you have a very likeness of that energy as well, and that they've always followed you around. There's a joyfulness there, there's a playfulness, and that's something that they really want to make sure that you don't allow anyone to dampen. You don't allow it to dampen. They actually want you, as spring comes on, to really tap into that more. They tell you it's within yourself, that giggly, bubbly, playful self. They're asking me to remind you, and they're actually saying your spirit guides are doing this too. But again, this is very different energy. This is from a whole different dimension. Okay, Sylvie, I'm going to have to turn on my overhead light in a minute. Um, it's you have a very, um, it's not so much the elven energy, as the elven energy is much more workforce oriented, like they're much more serious minded. But the fairy energy, the whole fae realm is just very, that they're playful, they're quick thinking, they're spontaneous. The fairies are the ones that go and they make the flowers bloom and blossom, right? They're the ones that find out where the dandelion fluffs go, so we keep having more dandelions no matter how many times people say they're weeds and they don't like them. So there's that little bit of not so much rebelliousness, but that freedom, that rebellion, that independence, that joy and freedom and love of life. And they have always been around you very closely, whether you're in a building or not. You don't have to be out in the woods for them to be there. Um, and they really want you to remember this part of you. They wanted you to come on here today so that they could, remind you to please, don't forget about that part of yourself. No matter how many responsibilities you have, no matter how many things you have to worry about, no matter how many people you have telling you how serious things are and things you need to do, your energy, they're showing me, is very, very much needed in human form in this world. And you need to be remembering who you are. They're saying as spring comes upon us, it would be great for you to get out in nature, because that's where they're most prevalent and that's where you're going to feel it the strongest. Get out in nature, connect, bring fresh flowers into your house, they're saying. Do some gardening, even if it's only a little herb box, because wherever you have natural things like, streams and flowers and gardens and trees and the natural elements, they are going to be more strongly present and able to be more with you. Okay. So, this is very important. And they're telling me that free spirit, yes, that's exactly you. And there's other beings around you as well. I mean, you have all sorts of magical beings and energies around you. And so my first question to them had been, was this coming from them to you or you to them? And their answer was both. Like, you have a real connection there and they've come with you into this world. They're very present with you. They always have been. And you're very much needed in this world. So they're asking you to follow your free spirit, to keep your joy, your laughter, your fun, your spontaneity. Keep talking to them. They're showing you signs everywhere. And as spring comes, they're going to be showing you even more signs, Sylvie. Along with that, they're telling me that they're going to be, that is also how they get through to giving you your normal guidance as well. And the spirit guides know this. And so they rely a lot on them. Although the spirit guides do talk to you on their own, they participate in that. They understand that that is your energy, and you have a strong foot in the spirit world and the ethereal and the magical, and you've got a strong world here, a foot in the down to earth. And that's really where the elves and the fairies and everybody are. They're in another dimension, but they're down to earth. They're really connected to this incarnation, to this world. Okay. And that's where you are. So what they're telling me is in the next probably 4 months, you're going to start to see, major shifts. Life's going to get easier for you. You're going to have some wonderful new surprises coming your way if you do that, because they want to bring more of the magic back out of you. They want to start pulling more of the magic back out of you and connecting you more to that magic aspect of yourself. Okay. Thank you for letting me read to you. Oh my gosh, read for you. That is just a beautiful, wonderful message. I love that. Yeah, is that awesome, Sylvie? That's so cool. Will you do me a favor, Sylvie, and please keep me posted? I would love to know. I love to hear how you guys do. These readings aren't set in stone, but they sure do. Okay, Lisa Paris, we'll see you in a few. It's always crazy hour at my house. Um, you know, I love to hear how you guys are doing, and sometimes you make big major shifts, and then there are shifts that come along with those readings, because when I'm getting a reading for you, it's the main thing I see happening and what they're showing me. If you make some major shifts or turns, then you can turn the pages for yourself as well. This is looking really good for you, Sylvie, and I'm excited to hear. Don't forget, guys, if you want to keep connected with me and keep track of the readings I do on other pages and stuff as well on my own page, you can like and follow the Larkin Psychic Medium page down here so you don't lose track, okay? All right. It's all right, Lisa. I know it's crazy house at my house as well. All right. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to turn my light on in a second. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, you're in Florida, Samantha. Wonderful. I would love to be in peace at Florida right now. I like the warm weather. That's great. Thank you for sharing. All right. Let's see. Oh, and Samantha says, I was honored to take care of my dad in home as he got older. Yes, I'm starting to care for my parents, and it is such an honor. It truly is. But I was raised that way, so that's very helpful. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's see. Kellyanne, are you still there, Kellyanne? Hold on. I've got to turn the light on, guys. I'm sorry, but you can tell I'm getting fuzzy because it's getting dark in here. And turn this on. Thank goodness our days are getting longer now. Woohoo! So excited about that. All right. Let's see here. I'll close this so it looks a little better for you. Getting dark. We don't need the light anymore. All right. Let's see. I was just thinking about my first son who I lost 4.5 months ago along. Then I named him Jonathan. He must be here because he just came into my mind. That was years ago. I lost him. Yes. Let's see, Kelly, if you're here. Kellyanne, yes, absolutely. Oh, yes, he's here. So that brings up a really good point, Kellyanne, actually. You know, a lot of people ask, like, how do I know when my loved one is there? And yes, you picked up on that very clearly, Kellyanne. We often think about our loved ones, guys. And when you call upon them or you're talking to them, they can always hear you and sense you. But like, let's say you're just going about your day and you're not, you're not thinking of them or anything like that. Maybe you're just concentrating on something. That pop, we use that word pop. That's really significant, Kellyanne, because when you feel that pop, like, wow, they just popped into my head, that's a big sign that they are present there with you. Absolutely. And they know when you guys are on these readings, and they're, he is proud of you, Kellyanne, and he loves you so much. He knows that he's there and you can sense him, and he loves that, because a lot of people don't really have that. I think a lot of people have that. Hi, Rose Sullivan. A lot of people have that, like, in their, like, they keep it a secret because they're too embarrassed. They don't want other people who are also going through the exact same thing and have the same beliefs to know, when really most people do. They might say to you, oh, I don't believe in that or whatever, and that's fine. Maybe they don't. But there are a good amount of people that do, that just won't admit it. They just won't say it. And he loves that you continue to interact with him on a healthy basis, on a healthy way, because that really helps the energies that the two of you have together, Kellyanne, um, you know, be powerful. You could have a more powerful relationship that way. And so that's really, really good. And so, yeah, but it's that pop you mentioned that you recognize. That's definitely a sign when okay, it's not just you calling them in, like, okay, they're like, hi, I'm here. I want you to know I'm present. That's really important. Let's see. 4 p.m. for night. I was thinking that too, Caitlin. I was like, thank goodness we're getting longer days. Yay. All right. Kellyanne, you have such a beautiful, wise soul. And I love all your messages and seeing you pop on. And, I think as you practice, the more you're connecting with your son, because one of the things he's doing, Kellyanne, is he's helping you to enhance your intuitive abilities, which are the foundation for psychic abilities as well. which, by the way, guys, I have an Awakening Your Intuition program if you'd like to learn more about that. It's an online program I'm still making the videos for, but in March, we're going to get back on and we do a live Q&A every week. We have a live session, but it's so people can learn to enhance their intuition at whatever level that is. If that's going to be psychic abilities, if you want to learn mediumship skills, or you just want to trust your own intuition to make your life easier. It's very powerful. So I have on my regular page, you'll see I have posted at the top discovery calls. I do free discovery calls, and it's to help you assess what you need and who you should be working with. And that's how most of the people for that program get into that program. Let's see here. Hold on, I'm looking for the next one I had starred here. All right, I'm going to see if these two people are here. Lori 2626, are you still here? Lori 2626, are you still here? Isn't that awesome, JHB? I think it is too. Let's see here. All right, guys. Hold on here. Yeah, I think that's really awesome. Okay, you are here. Wonderful. Okay. All right. Lori, did you have any specific questions that you want today? Sorry, guys. I'm just starting a couple things here. I'm going to try to get to as many of you as I can, guys. I'm a little slow here. I'm hold on, sleep. Yes, Kellyanne, you are an old soul. Definitely. But here, let me let me share this. I want to say this. I want to tell you guys what an old soul means, and then I'll get back to you here, Lori. I want to share with you guys what an old soul means, just general. Okay. So souls themselves are all the same age, okay? Because we're all eternal, believe it or not. So when we're actually talking about old soul, we're talking about the time and space in which the experience, we're talking about the evolution that we've had, how we have learned from our experiences, how we have grown and evolved. Some of those old souls have had just countless experiences in life where they've been really driven to learn particular things. So when we're really talking about old souls or younger souls, we're really talking about the conscious level of the soul, not the actual literal age of the soul. Okay. Just wanted to throw that out there. All right. Katrina, welcome. All right, Lori, let's see what's going on with you here. All right. So it looks like okay, so what keeps coming to mind, what your spirit guides are showing me, is efforts to make certain changes. And the goals, okay, so this is interesting. So what they're showing me is that the New Year's resolutions, the things that you set your sights on each year, they're telling me they're not off base. They're not wrong. But what they're showing me is they're a little out of order, which means they're telling me that you need to take a look and sort of reassess where you are. So the analogy they're giving me is like, let's say you jump in a huge swimming pool, or let's say you jump in a lake and you jump from really high. And so you go way under the water and you open your eyes and the bubbles clear and you're like, wait, and you're trying to tell which is up, which is down, which direction, the rocks were and your friends were. where the boat was that was passing by, all of that, right? And what they're telling me is that as you set forward with your yearly goals, you're spot on, but they're telling me that you're not, it's like you not really being oriented in the water. In other words, you're missing steps. They're showing me that in life right now, you're a little off in what they perceive as your own orientation of where you are in the process of those things that you want to achieve. Okay. And so because of that, it kind of seems like you have to keep hitting restart and having the same ones and try the same goals again and again and again. So the suggestions that they're giving me are, number one, focus more on having a vision and the feeling and joy and inspiration of your vision versus um, looking at things in terms of a goal and something to be achieved. Okay. They're telling me that's going to work much better for you, and that tends to work better anyway. That's really important for you to make that shift. Okay. If you make that shift, they're also showing me, now let's see, I'm asking them when. Nothing is set in stone, but they're usually pretty accurate. We determine the time. So if things go faster or slower, that will be your determination. So let's see. We're going into, oh, okay. All right. So I'm like, April, are we in April? And they're like, no. Okay. So starting, if you start making those shifts like tonight, like now, and you sit down and you look at what your goals have been, and then you go back and you look at what the gaps are between where you want to go in those goals, and you really get radically honest with yourself, they're showing me you're going to know exactly what steps to take forward, and you're going to start feeling some major shifts in your life in April. Okay. And you're going to be surprised. And then you're going to see like a red carpet rolled out for where you've been seeing your life, where you've been wanting it to go. The things you've been focusing on are like a couple steps ahead of what you need to be focusing on in your life. Okay. So that's really important as well. I also see there are two very strong supportive energies still incarnated in this world. I'm not saying you don't have more than this. They're showing me two very strong, like pillars of strength, supportive energies that are just absolutely there for you, supporting you. And then they're showing me one energy that is more of a jealous energy. And they're saying, just be careful of this energy. Be careful of this person. Because this is someone that you trust and you think you can just kind of be open with, and they're just recommending that you just don't, make sure you don't share too much with everybody. Keep some of these things to yourself as your vision, because some people that would really like to be supporting you can't help themselves, and there is a jealous energy towards you. It's a female energy, kind of in the background, that is someone that you talk to and vent to and share with. Just to sort of be careful there. This person means well. They're a good person. They just can't help themselves. Okay. Cindy, peace be still. Great to see you. Lori, do you have any other questions? That seems to sum up what they felt was important to tell you today. So I want to make sure I get to as many people as I can. Please let me know if that resonates with you. Take notes, go back, listen to this again if you need to. When I do readings, I tend to get instructions for people. And if you guys follow those instructions, it tends to pan out really well. So make sure you're following that instruction from Spirit, okay? All right, Kaweezy, yes, love it. I love it. All right. Thank you so much, Lori. Caitlin says, well, that being close to home. Wow, did it, Caitlin? Oh my gosh. So that probably means, Caitlin, that Spirit talking through Remember I said maybe not everyone's going to be called on personally, but spirit knows who's there. So they will make sure to say things through me in a way that will serve more than just the person I'm reading for, okay? So definitely take note of that if that resonates with you, okay? That's important. All right. Bye, Katie Newkirk. Mwah. I hope you can join us for our masterminds in March. Great reading, Priscilla. Good. I'm glad that enjoyed you. All right, Sherry. Hope you'll be back. We'll see you in a bit. Okay. Just going to scroll up here. Sorry about that. Makes sense. You're welcome. Please keep me posted, Lori. This is really important, okay? So great reading for you guys. All right. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just scrolling up here. All right. Next reading is, who did I have pegged next here? Oh, Katie Newkirk just left. Bugger. Okay. That one. All right, Lisa Marie, are you still there? Let's see if Lisa Marie is still here. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I have to pause because I'm picking up on spirit and I'm reading this and I'm thinking about what I need to do and processing and trying to get everyone in the order in which I starred them. Okay. Let's see. Lisa Marie, I think she had to pop off. Let's see here. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome, Lori. All right. Lisa Marie. Let's see if she's still here. Oh, the jealous person's no longer around, Lori. Ah, awesome. Okay, great. That's probably why I sense them farther in the background. Good job, girl. All right. That's so awesome. You too, Katie Newkirk. Come back next time. We'll get you reading, okay? I'll try to get on and answer you guys in the chat. I keep trying to get on and answer what I miss in here in the chat. And I'm spread so thin right now with my parents and everything. I'm doing the best I can, guys. I'm sorry. It'll get better. We got lots of great things coming. All right. Let's try Katrina. Are you there, Katrina? And hang in there, Rose. We'll get to you. Rose, you should really sign up for one of my free discovery calls. Those are calls where I give you 15 minutes of absolutely free time. It's like what I would do in a sales call, but I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm going to tell you what 3 steps you need to do next. And if I think there's a coach or a teacher or a class or something that might help you, I'll recommend it to you. If I can help you, I will let you know that too. But I say that's probably maybe only about 50% of the people do I invite to work with me. Let's see. Katrina. Let's see if Katrina's there. Yes, you're there. Yay. All right. Awesome. All right, Katrina, let's see. Do you have anything in particular you want to know? I asked this, guys, because it helps spirit connect to something more quickly so that I can try to get to more people. Let's see here. Guys, while I am here, Katrina, I'm going to get you here. Oh, and Lisa Marie, you're there too. Okay. All right, Lisa Marie, I'm going to star you right here. I'll just get you right next, okay? Okay, so I'm going to do Katrina and then I'm going to do Lisa Marie. Now I have, I want to ask you guys this because this keeps coming in pending, throughout these, but it has not attached itself to any particular person. Great to see you too, Leona. Okay, so this may be for people that are not here, that is attaching to some of you that are here, that the person is not in here for the reading. I keep getting this image of someone having a wrist issue. If you guys or someone you know is having a wrist issue, hi, Vicky Lynn King. Please let me know because it keeps coming up separately, not attached to anyone that I'm being asked to read for. You're always here till the end, Rose. Wonderful. That's good. Listening to the messages is important. You're a beautiful soul. Um, so this is important. And then the other thing I'm going to throw out there for you guys. Um, Hi Sherry, we'll try to get to you. Is there is also a red-headed a grandmother energy that has been present since I got on today. So if you are connected to that person, please go ahead, and I'm not getting a name or anything. I'm just getting she's got like, you know, I don't know, it looks like she would have curled her hair, but it's not curly. Um, a grandmotherly figure waiting very patiently in the back. She's also really present and has stepped forward. Um, your son has a problem with his wrist, Rose. Okay. Well, that might be you. We'll work on it. We'll get back and see. I want to throw that out there because I want to get very Lori, your mom's left wrist. Okay. I'll ask spirit as well, guys. I want to get to the bottom of that because when I have things that keep popping up while I'm doing readings, I know there's things I need to get to. And if they're not connected to one of you, they're going to be connected to um, someone that one of you knows, and that means somebody's got an important message. No, it might be dyed. I don't know if it's natural or dyed, but it's not brown. It's red. This is red, like my Irish grandmother's red hair. It's red. Okay. All right. All right, Katrina. Let's see here. What's going on with you here? Hmm. Okay, so there's lots of different so with you guys, like sometimes I get visuals, sometimes I hear things or I'm told things or I feel things. And it looks like there's lots of things coming in for you, like sort of like a collage, Katrina. Um, and hold on, guys, I'm trying to get to you guys. All right. I'll get back to you guys. And I'm feeling like a heaviness on the left side of my chest and up and around my shoulder. Katrina, they're giving me a bunch of random collage things right now. So it looks like they're trying to bring up a lot attention for a lot of different things. Um, so do you know someone that has like is feeling something in their either in their heart or their chest on the left side and up and over their shoulder like either discomfort or hi Elaine, lovely to have you as well. Thank you for being here. Up and over their shoulder, kind of around the back, almost around the back of the middle of their back and their neck. Um Oops, hold on here. You have a short sore shoulder. Okay, hold on. I have to see if these are connected though. Because sometimes what they give me is for one person. It depends on who's doing the communicating. And sometimes I get a bunch of different feelings for different people or beings. Is it on your left side? Because this is very specifically up and over the left side. Discomfort on the left side, left shoulder. So I'm getting that. I'm also getting a shortness of breath. Those are mostly the physical symptoms that I'm getting. If it's not your left shoulder, it's not going to have to do with you. Um, yeah, Lisa Marie, I got your comments, and a few minutes ago, I told you I would get to you after Katrina. Okay, glad you're there. Um, you got oh, you get them on both. Okay, so is that you then, Katrina, that has shortness of breath? Because I'm also getting shortness of breath, and I'm feeling like almost like what are heart palpitations going on? Yes, breathlessness. Okay. All right. Okay. So, um when I'm communicating with you, I'm talking to you and spirit at the same time, and right now I'm doing some investigative work talking to you and them because I want to find out what it is that they're trying to tell us. Oh, your mom cracked her collarbone, Vicky. Oh my. Um, so sometimes messages can be coming in that are for other people as well, but we're doing your reading right now, so I want to make sure that that's connected. Okay. All right. So when you feel shortness of breath, Katrina, are you do you have a diagnosis? Like, do you have asthma or something, or are you just feeling shortness of breath? Because along with the shoulder and the shortness of breath, I'm also feeling like heart palpitations. Okay. And I'm asking them right now, is this I'm asking them if these things are connected, if they're connected with you. And I'm also wanting to know, which is why I'm asking for your validation. I'm also wanting to know if these are things that they're trying to warn you about, or if these are things that they're already experiencing. Okay. Okay. Oh, you had long COVID. Okay. All right. That makes sense. All right. Okay. So, okay. So where does the heart racing come in? Because they're showing me in the shortness of breath, also the feeling of your heart pounding. So, they're showing me almost like a heart racing feeling, like either when you're stressed about something. So it could be connected to the shortness of breath. Hi, Amy Jones. Welcome. All right. So we are going to lighten this reading up, but they want to address your well-being and your health, um, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health, Katrina. And that's why they made me uncomfortable at first, because then I had to inquire with you about those things. All right. Let's see. Well, it could be a panic attack, but Caitlin, not all, panic attacks have a lot of other things involved. It involves your nervous system. So just because you can easily have a shortness of breath, like a person can have an asthma attack and still not have a panic attack. Okay. So it's not necessarily a panic attack. Okay. There are a lot of other things that could be going on, but they want to address this because, Katrina, they want to address, yeah, it could be anxiety. Absolutely. Um, Sometimes just the shortness of breath in and of itself can make it feel like it's your heart and it's not really your heart. It's just that chest area. Right. So, it's, it's important that we address this because they want to. And the reason they want to, Katrina, is because I know, at least in my readings, what comes through is spirit wants to, it usually has a call to action for you. I have found in my readings, spirit has a call to action for the person that I'm reading for or someone in their life, whereby they can either help you manifest what you want to, or they can help you make the changes, transformations, or protect you in some way. Okay. So this is moving forward. Um, they're showing me this because they want me to understand this, and I want to get validation because sometimes things do come in and they cross reference people. I always want to make sure I have the right person or animal in spirit or alive, like, or in this world. And so that's why I asked those questions. Okay. I want to get the facts straight. We have to have evidential readings here. We don't just want to be frivolously doing readings and pretending that, it's things are what we want it to be. We want to match everything up to the right person. Okay. So, Katrina, okay, so let's talk for a minute about your lifestyle, Katrina, because now they're taking me to say, okay, let's talk about the pressure that you put on yourself. And they want you to know a couple of things. You have two spirit guides around you right now. You actually have more than that, but there's two of them coming forward. Hi, Ben Smart. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. And they're telling me that they've been trying to let you know that you can be just as productive and not be so hard on yourself. They know that you've had to take some steps back since having COVID, but they're also telling me that that bothers you. And they want you to know that that's okay. All right. The palpitations, that's exactly correct. That's exactly what they were making me feel. Thank you. All right. If you had a prior heart condition like prolapsed mitral valve or something like I do, that they often don't even acknowledge anymore, but it is a thing, it is a real thing. Um, and, oftentimes you'll feel those things more prominently. But what they're telling me is that for about the next 6 to 9 months, you really need to focus on your well-being and your health and taking care of yourself. Okay, Katrina? That means that means getting really good sleep. That means oh, thank you, Ben. Isn't it awesome? I love it. It's my favorite. It means that you need to eat better. It means that you need to get some gentle exercise to rebuild up some of your cardiovascular and and your lung endurance, to sort of rebuild your health. But they're also showing me, Katrina, this is a lot about rebuilding your sense of well-being. Okay, it's not just your physical health, it's also your sense of well-being. Your mental and emotional state are a big part of this. And they said, this period of time was a time for you to sort of relax and focus on being. They're telling me that you really are, like most people, hanging on to the doing. Do not feel guilty, they're saying. Do not let yourself get too frustrated. Just relax and set aside this gap of time, 6 to 9 months, where you're telling yourself it's okay to just take care of me. This magnificent body that's allowing me to journey into this world and to live here in this world for a while, this wonderful life, and to not have any extraneous guilt or feeling bad about it, despite what you think the expectations of people around you might be. And they're telling me this is really, really important, because they're saying you haven't really made a full recovery from the COVID yet. You still have this leftover, and a lot of the leftover that you have is mental and emotional garbage. So, take care of that physical self. And as you do that, what they're telling me, thank you, Ben. Love and light to everyone here. Yes. What they're telling me, Katrina, is that then your physical state is going to follow through. Don't keep repeating to yourself a belief that, of going over the symptoms and the changes that your body has since having COVID. There's a lot of people that do that, and they're saying it's really unhealthy, and it is. They want you to really focus on moving forward. Moving forward. Remember, every 7 years, we have an entirely new body. Okay, so your body can completely heal. Your body can recover. Every 7 years you have a completely new body. So what your spirit guides are telling me is that you need to focus on creating that new version of you, and do not allow the concept of what you think the remnants of COVID are to get stuck in sticky thinking with your ego, because that will keep you in a more unhealthy state. Okay, this is really important. Please do me a favor and keep me posted. Come back here on the lives. Follow my Larkin Psychic Medium page. Like and follow it. Get on my lives there. I'll do lives multiple times a week. Get on there. Keep me posted, so we can keep you in touch with your spirit guides. And I have never known spirit guides to give advice that was not valid and did not pan out. Okay, so please, please, please do that and keep me posted. And you will be so happy in 6 to 9 months if you do that. Okay. Thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you all for being patient. I appreciate it. Kawizi, I see you. I'm just going down who I have starred first in a row, my dear. I want to get some of these new people I've never gotten to yet. And as I start doing more lives per week, guys, it's going to be easier for me to get to everybody more. Okay. All right. Lisa Marie, yay, yes, your comment's showing up. Now, hold on a minute. I saw you. It's hard if you guys have to pop in and out. It's hard because I always make sure someone's here before I read for them. So that, they might never come back. I mean, I never know. Like sometimes people are bored. They don't like what I'm saying. I'm not getting to their reading fast enough, and they don't want to wait around to get the wisdom that's coming through for them in other readings. So they leave. And they don't ever come back. So some people never hear the replay. So I make sure I do the readings for the people that are here. And that's how I missed you. I'm sorry, I just missed you, but that's fine here. Let's see. I think you're back. Let's make sure you're back here, Lisa Marie. Hi, Elaine. Okay. Lisa Marie is back. Okay. Yay. Yay, you were here. Fantastic. Okay. I think you are now. Yay. Okay. All right. There were so many comments. You guys have made all these wonderful comments. Lisa Marie, did you have something particular you want me to answer or talk about first? Let's see here. I see you, Sherry. I see you guys. Thank you for hanging in there. Hi, Elaine. I'm scrolling up Lisa Marie to just see if there's anything. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Let's put this on here and see. Okay, so sounds what we were speaking about before sounds like what you had. Left pain, hurts to breathe as well. Okay. Thought it was my heart issue. They have me seeing a specialist for my heart in a few weeks. I have everyday palpitations getting worse, and the doctor said I need to get my asthma checked as he believes the problem is getting worse. Okay. All right. Well, let's start with the health area then, Lisa Marie, for you. I am not a doctor, but I will throw this out there. Some people in my family, my mom, my grandmother, my sister, my aunt, and I, we all have prolapsed mitral valve, which over here in the United States, they don't like to acknowledge that anymore. They basically say it's not a thing, but it is a thing. It's where your mitral valve is inside out. So your heart has to actually work harder to beat. So like I've always been very athletic, done martial arts, danced, ran, but I had to work harder to get. I don't notice that I had to work harder. I just know that I did from what I've studied and known in this to get my tolerance up. Just because, and every once in a while you get like an air bubble. There's things that can come with that, such as if you get strep throat, you have to have an antibiotic right away, so that because that valve is vulnerable, very vulnerable to things. Some people have real serious conditions of it and they have to have surgery. Other people just sort of been like I have been in my life where, I like my blood pressure goes really low when I sleep. So it's hard for me to wake up. I tend to be more of a night owl. So there's different things with that, but it may be you may want to have, make sure you have your cardiologist check on things as well as your breathing issues. But let's see what your spirit team has to say as far as this process goes. Scrolling down here to see if there's anything else you put in here before all right. Lisa Marie here. I can't use some future instruction. Have a lot that's happened and going to come, but I would love to hear from loved ones if they are around. Okay, so you don't want future instruction. Okay. All right. Well, okay. That's okay. I've never had someone say that before, but that's fine. If you don't want future instruction, your spirit guides know not to do that then. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. I've never had someone tell me that before. It's fascinating. I'm not even going to ask why. I just told your spirit guides, never mind. Okay. So, oh, you meant you do want future instruction? Oh, okay. gotta watch those types, don't we? I was like, wow, that's a first. All right. Well, let's combine both things then. Because your loved ones and your spirit guides are going to all have the same concern for your welfare and future instruction. You have there is a so you have energies on both sides, both your mom and dad's side of the family, that are present, and mostly it's just to let you know that they're present. Um, let's see, there is coming forth more strongly. There is a there's a grandmother and great grandmother energy coming through. There is also an aunt energy. Um, I don't know if this is an aunt or a great aunt, but um, she says she is your aunt and is your so did you're typing on your little phone. Awesome. Is your godmother did your godmother pass away, Lisa Marie? Let me know if your godmother passed away. Because what I'm seeing is this auntie energy coming through, and she is very adamant as to being a guardian of you. She really, really uh, is very protective of you, really, really loved you. You meant the absolute world to her. She's present. And then I see a grandmother, I see a great grandmother energy. I also see, let's see. So on this side, it looks like those three. You forgot who it was? Okay. Well, it looks like she's on the other side because she's seeing herself as your guardian. She saw herself as your guardian if something were to happen to your parents. Okay. And then I'm also seeing there's a soul coming forward. It's a male soul. Um it looks like hi Jean Monday. Welcome. There's a soul coming forward. It's a male soul that is close in your age, Lisa Marie. Someone that you lost. They passed away. Um too young, as you would have all said. This looks like a cousin or a brother energy. There's a cousin or a brother energy there. I'm seeing they're just showing me these things for validation that they're present. No real reason. I mean, you just ask if there were loved ones around. The truth is that they just want you to know that they're present and that they love you and that you have the support with your spirit team. There isn't any vital message that they have for you. Um, yes, on your dad's side, yes, but there's one in particular. You said probably your dad's sisters. There's one in particular. Her hair is like it's straight and it comes down like kind of a right about shoulder length, maybe just above shoulder length. Let's see here. And they're all very present with you. Let's see. They're showing me it looks like it's either an old box or like with like an envelope and then like a bunch of letters. It looks like they're handwritten papers, notes and letters all kind of stacked together. And at one point it looked like they were in a box and at another point they were in an envelope. Um you had a friend who passed when younger. Okay. Was this a male friend, Lisa Marie? Because this is definitely a male present and who also wants you to know that he is there. Let's see here. Aunt Dorothy. Ah, yes, that fits. Yes, yes. She stepped forward with a smile. Very, very. protective of you. All right. So this young male energy that passed away is um, thought of himself as so close to you, Lisa Marie, in this world that the vibrational frequency is like as close as a relative would be. It would be like a cousin or a brother energy, very close. And he's always been there. Um, so is this the friend that used to take the walks with? He's showing me that he walks with you all the time. You guys have a soul connection there. So that's why he's still present. Um, he's also saying to you, Lisa Marie, there really is no unfinished business on the other side. There's only finished business from the human side. Everything is always complete. So from the side of spirit, even though things may seem incomplete to us, we always want or need closure. We're always saying, "Oh my gosh, we didn't get this closure. We didn't get to say or do that." To spirit, it's fine. Okay. So he's been wanting to let you know that there was no need for other goodbyes or closure, and he's right there. Okay. Now, as far as they're concerned for you and what you need to be doing, self love, this means listening to your body intuitively. Okay. No matter what anybody tells you, um, yeah, that's what he's telling me. He showed me an open endedness there, but he said it's fine. Like it's all good. It's not on his end. On his end, it was just fine. Let's see. I see you, Cindy Peace. I've got you starred. So this self-love for you means your body really wants to heal, and it looks as though you're going to be fine. They're going to find a resolution to these things and that your issues aren't going to be permanent. This is what they're showing me right now. Okay. This is if you keep on the road that you're on. Okay. I'm not a doctor. I'm just showing you what they're showing me. Okay. It looks like you are going to have to see 2 or 3 other consultants, which is what they're showing me. Okay. Sorry if I keep looking up or down, or I'm looking at what they're showing me, because now they're showing me something. Okay. Sometimes I feel things, sometimes they just show me stuff. So 2 or 3 other consultants, go ahead and do it. They're saying, it cannot hurt to be getting different opinions and different guidance. And they're like, the best thing you can do on your part, you need the combination of the Western medicine and more of the Eastern tradition of self-care and well-being. So what they're telling me is make the baseline for yourself to heal. All right. Make the baseline for yourself to heal. It's exactly what they're saying. These are your loved ones included. And what that means is you make sure your mind and body are in the best possible state to receive healing. Our bodies, guys, know how to heal. And they're showing me your body knows what it needs to do to heal. The Western medicine is going to diagnose and help that way. But you have to make sure that platform, that body can be healed, right? It's just like if you get out of a swimming pool and you want to dry off, like you want to heal, and it starts raining and you're trying to dry off, you better get out of the rain or you're not going to dry off, right? It's the same thing with your health. So you just need to make sure that you're setting yourself up. This means sleep. This means relaxation. This means laughter. This means diving deep into much healthier foods than you would have ever even maybe thought about getting into. This means, maybe yoga or breathing exercises, whatever you can do, really good sleep, starting and ending your day with gratitude and focus on where you want to go. And overall, what I teach my mindset clients, envisioning and feeling yourself healing. Okay. Give it a little time. Give it a little time. Okay. Um, they're looking to see if I have the heart problem my dad died from. That is very wise. That's important for them to check on that. And what I see is that in doing that, if you take care of yourself the way that you do, um, the way that they're instructing that, even if you have the same thing, it doesn't mean you're going to end up with the same result, right? I'm a big believer in epigenetics. A lot of doctors aren't. I am. It's going to be the future of medicine. Okay. Epigenetics says that, yes, you have your genetic blueprint, but a genetic blueprint is not a guarantee that those things are going to manifest. The environmental factors determine which genes we turn on and which ones we don't. How we live determines that. Okay, so if you have a tendency or your family member had something, then if you want a different outcome, you have to have a different lifestyle to make sure those genes do or do not turn on. Okay, so keep in touch. Please keep me posted. Your spirit guides are right there with you. Again, guys, I want to remind you all, and please, only if you are interested in meeting your spirit guides. I'm having the next Meet Your Spirit Guides 3 to 4 hour event on March 28th. If you go to my Larkin Psychic Medium page, I have it pinned to the very top. It's absolutely free event, but I only take 20 people per event. In the next 2 weeks, if you follow my Larkin Psychic Medium page, you'll also see I'm going to have a free All About Spirit Guides live. And there I will answer all your questions about spirit guides, and you can decide if you want to join Meet Your Spirit Guides or not. And it's an opportunity for you to learn to validate your spirit guides are there, to get to know them, for me to help you understand how they communicate with you personally and how you can enhance your relationship with them. All right. So if you're interested in that, just make sure you like and follow my Psychic Medium page so you can see all the updates on that. Okay. Dolores, yay! Hello, sweetheart. Oh my gosh. Dolores. I was just going to make you guys a video. Wait, guys, I got to take a pause because this is one of my Awakening Your Intuition clients. Dolores, we are starting back up in March, in the next week, with our mastermind groups. And so I'm going to make you guys a little video tonight in the Awakening Your Intuition group. I have been spread so thin taking care of both of my parents. I don't know if I'm coming or going. So you guys were right. I needed to take some time off, but I will see you guys next week. So make sure you check in the Facebook group because we will be going back together. She says, just to say hello, Larkin is the best psychic medium ever. She's helped me a lot listening to get more advice and that you give people. Yes. Well, sweetheart, I will see you next week back in our mastermind group. Okay. Thank you so much for stopping in. You made my night. I love my clients so much. Thank you, Dolores. Yay. All right. Brilliant. Getting back in the swing, guys. Us psychic mediums, guys, we've got real lives too. Like, I struggle too. I have to use my intuition just like you guys do. All right. All right. You're welcome, Lisa Marie. All right, let's see who has hung on here with me. I'm so glad to see Dolores on there. Oh my God. All right. Sherry Daniels, are you still there? You've been so patient. Let me know, Sherry, if you're still there. Thank you guys for being patient. Spirit asks me to please try to go along a little faster so I can get more people in and help as many people as possible when we do these free lives, because they're free online readings and I should be helping more people. But yes, you're here. Awesome. But, once spirit gets going, it's hard. So I've got to do better about cutting myself off. You want to do an animal reading? Awesome. Caitlin, if you like and follow my psychic medium page, I'm going to be doing furball. Well, I normally do furball Fridays, but I think I'm going to have to move the day. But I am going to get back this March to doing animal readings. There's a whole hour set aside just for animal readings. So I'm glad you asked. Leona McAvoy, welcome. I love you guys supporting each other. All right, Sherry, let's see what's going on. Sherry, sweetheart, do you have anything in particular you want to talk about? Anything in particular that you want me to get to right away here? Let's see here. You've got a lot of green and pink energy around you right now. The green is the heart chakra energy. And that's really important. Jean Munn Maloney, welcome. You love our reading? Okay. Go ahead and star you there. So the pink energy, Sherry, is unconditional love. And that is angelic energy you have surrounding you right now. And it's energy that you have in your auric field. This is really important because this tells me a couple things. Just a general reading. Okay. So this tells me a couple things. When it's radiating in your auric field, it tells me already like where you are, that's energy that you are radiating and connecting with. When I see energies like angelic energies around you or surrounding you, but I don't see it in your auric field, it just means some that like that's the energy that you need. Okay, so the fact that I see it also radiating from you is telling me that you are using and needing and activating those energies right now. The green is the heart chakra, and that also tells me where you're operating consciously. So you're dealing with a lot of life challenges and self-awakening and evolution that has to do with the heart chakra, that has to do with self-realization, discoveries, a lot of introspection, relationships, and how you manifest. So that's very important because that heart chakra has to do with all of those things in our lives. It can also it can also be connected with what we're doing as far as, for our lives in our life purpose right now, and where we are consciously as far as where we are in our evolution. Now, the pink energy is the unconditional love. It's also unconditional self-love. And this also tells me a lot where you are chakra-wise. It tells me where you are as far as a conscious and a well-being state. Because that's radiating from you, that's really good. Now, pink and green combination is brilliant because they work very well together. And it usually means that you're on a good streak of awakening and stepping into your power. Of consciousness. It also means that it puts you in a vulnerable place where you're also you know more sensitive and aware of those who are not conscious, um of those who are not quite awake. And so it's important that you are um that you really embrace that right now, because throughout your life you're going to go through different colors and different phases. Now, all of you, your auric field is all multiple colors, and that can change second to second, day to day, but it looks like the broadness and the thickness of these colors and how they're radiating, it's really a phase you're going through right now. And those colors, unless something drastic happens, because it's part of your evolution, those colors, for the most part, if you're healthy and you're in alignment, those colors are going to stay with you. Okay, and that's important. What it also means is you are more sensitive to the um energies that are not there. So you also are able to recognize and see, and even sometimes step in and compensate for people and energies that are not doing that. Maybe you see a situation where someone is not being compassionate and you call them out on it, or you make that suggestion. Let's step in and be compassionate like that. Okay. Let's see here. You have um Three spirit guides coming up behind you, Sherry, as well. And let's see. And they are trying to help you integrate that energy and that consciousness as a way of um, helping you discover your inner strength and your gifts. Remember, Sherry, obstacles are opportunities. Okay. So when you say your sister is very ill and you say, I'm surprised. Okay. So, why are you surprised? Why are you surprised? Are you and so this is another one of those cases where I need you guys to use punctuation. Are you meaning you're surprised your sister is ill, or are you meaning you're surprised at the colors and your state because your sister's ill? Please let me know which one of those you're referring to, because what I'm seeing is I'm seeing obstacles or opportunities. It looks like your sister right now. I'm scanning over to where your sister is. Um, and it looks like so your sister she doesn't want to burden anyone. She knows she wants and needs support and help, and it's really important. You're surprised at the color? Okay. Well, let's talk about that because you shouldn't be surprised by that. Someone else being ill in your family would not mean that you wouldn't have heart chakra colors and unconditional pink love. It wouldn't mean that. Those are completely mutually exclusive. Okay. So I'm really glad you mentioned that because this is something in my Awakening Intuition program we would talk about. This is really important to understand. Be very careful about the assumptions that you make. And some people get these assumptions from trainings that they've had or places that they've, seminars they've heard or readers that they've heard. But be very careful not to make assumptions. Okay. You can be going through the worst god awful thing ever and you can still have beautiful, loving, light colors around you. You can still be radiating strong, brilliant, beautiful colors. As a matter of fact, sometimes that might be the reason that you do. See, because you're pulling from, remember, like a few minutes ago, I said you're pulling from deep within you. You're pulling from within you. That pink and green is radiating from within you. Okay. You are drawing on that heart chakra energy. And I'm not surprised at all because if your sister is ill, the heart chakra energy has a lot to do with um, our interactions with people, what energy we have to draw on. And remember, I said it tells me where you are in your conscious awakening and evolutionarily and energy wise. You understand? So it's really kind of neat because what that means is that that's the energy you draw on. Now, for someone that maybe wasn't as conscious as you are, or they had other challenges and lessons to learn, they made a different conscious choice. Maybe they got really angry and resentful and they didn't tap into the chakra energy. They might have a lot of reds and browns, and then they might have a lot of angelic orange energy and green and pink coming from the outside, but you might not see it so much here. It really, like I said, your auric field can change minute to minute. There may be times during the day, Sherry, that someone looks at your aura and doesn't see that pink and green, and that's okay. Remember, it's our physical body is the result of the vibrational frequency of our soul. The auric field is nothing more than the shimmer of a soul that your body is present within. Most people don't know that. That gets too deep. It's getting into quantum physics. So I won't go there. But just in summary, okay? So obstacles are opportunities. And your sister's situation is an obstacle for you. It's an opportunity for you that presents you with a choice. Do you handle this in terms of sadness, resentment, anger, thinking, oh, this isn't fair, sadness, depression? It doesn't mean you won't have those experiences. The question is, how do you handle them? Okay. Yep, you get it. I got that. So, but I want to keep explaining this to you so you understand what's happening because this is leading into your sister, okay? And so you automatically are radiating this pink and this green. Your angels are supporting that. That is in turn not only helping your sister and creating a different environment, but it's helping you not get sucked into a negativity around it, and it's helping her as well. Your sister doesn't want to be a burden. She knows it. She knows she needs help. She knows she needs support, and she does appreciate it. But she also doesn't want to be taking away from anyone else's life as well. Okay. I do see, when she is alone and on her own, she thinks very seriously about these things. She has a lot of concerns, a lot of worries. It's definitely a huge burden on her shoulders. And you're a huge support. It looks as though she has some pretty good doctor support. Um, okay, good question. I was actually getting to something similar to that in just a second. Because when I switched over to explain things to you before, they were showing me beings that were around your sister. So, but the most important thing right now is they want to talk about your sister's mental and emotional state, just not her physical state. So, what they see is her making a difficult but slow recovery, and healing if she can keep her mental and emotional state well, because that's very important. Okay. It is not your angels that follow her. She's got her own. So, um, angels can be anywhere and help anyone at any time, right? You guys have your guardian angel, which is yours and only yours for your lifetime. Okay. And then you also have a series of angels. So your spirit team comprises of all these, and your spirit guides and your loved ones. Your sister has her own guardian angel and her own angels, her guardian angel with her absolutely all the time, as all of ours are, and really helps her through the anguish of the mental and emotional aspects, especially that she goes through. And she goes through a lot of them, a lot of what ifs, a lot of back and forth of, should I ask this person for help, should I not, should I talk to them about this, should I not, is it gonna this is what they're showing me that she does. And a lot of this she keeps to herself, which is actually fine. I want to share what they're showing me as well, which is, it's important to be there for people, so that they know they have support and they can talk and they can vent, right? But okay, that resonates with you, good. But by the same token, guys, Spirit wants me to share this with you as well. Our privacy is also our power. Okay? Our privacy is also our power. Um, so this means that if there are things that your sister wants to keep to herself, and she doesn't want people always trying to get her to tell them something. You know how we all do. We're all like, "Come on, just tell us." Like, "I want to help." Understand that privacy is power. So a lot of her strength and power she's also going to maintain and build by what she does keep private, because that energy goes back into us. So if there's a big decision and something we're really worried about, sometimes it really is important to reach out and to talk. Other times, it's actually more powerful for us to do it on our own. Your sister's got a really good sense of this. So you see her struggling, but what they're telling me is trust her. Trust her to decide that for herself with her mental and emotional state of well being. Okay, because that's going to be really important, and your role is going to be to help and support that and her sense of well-being. And I'm not saying that you make a mistake on this, I'm just telling you exactly what they tell me. um, with her, it's going to be important that you guys trust that in her and just be there for her and hold that space, not try to convince her one thing or another is better or worse for her. Okay, and they are very, very clear about that. Okay, very clear about that. Let's see. Yeah. It's hard to even make a call. You never know what to say. Okay. So here's the thing though, Sherry, is that you don't want it to be awkward. And I think one of the things that will help her the most, they're showing me, is let it be the way let it be as though she wasn't ill. And then it's not going to be so hard to know what to say, because for her to heal, she has to come back around into the presence of health and well being and normalcy as it was versus having her normalcy be illness. And what happens for people when they're ill for a while is that becomes their norm. And we don't want that to maintain as the centerfold of her life. Okay. So it's Dolores says, and a great spiritual teacher. Love you, Dolores. I'm glad you're still here. So this is very, very important though, because that awkwardness you're talking about it gets all of us. And here's something Spirit wants me to leave you with, Sherry. Okay. And then I'm going to tell you what they're showing me. Um, when we are vulnerable, we allow it to be okay for others to be vulnerable. And she is very vulnerable, your sister. So if you don't like, if I don't know what to say, sometimes I'll just say to someone, I don't know what to say. Hey, do you remember such and such? Or what's your favorite, whatever? Or you want to talk about this? Or, maybe I should give you a call later, right? I'll just be very open about it because when I do that, then that says it's okay for them to be. If it's okay for me to be vulnerable or embarrassed, it's okay for you to be vulnerable, embarrassed, right? That's one of the reasons I'm so open with you guys on here when I do readings. I'll say, hey, I'm not hearing a voice or I'm not getting a name, but this is what they're showing me. Okay. That's very, very important. 1 second. Hey, I'm doing lives right now. Okay. Can I call you back? Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Bye-bye. Thanks. Sorry, guys. That was my mom. She called like 5 times, so I had to answer and tell her so she didn't keep calling. Okay. So do that. This is going to be very important for you. Sherry, please like and follow my psychic medium page if you'd like to keep me up to date and posted. I'd love to find out how you guys are doing. You've got this. Just understand that green and pink energy is a gift. It's coming from you. That indicates your blessings to yourself and your sister and your family. It's showing where you are, and keep using that because this whole situation is going to be an opportunity for growth of all of you. Okay. All right. Mwah. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, Kellyanne, awesome. Guys, if I don't have a website up right now, so if you need to schedule a reading or you want if you want to learn some training that you'd have to do a discovery call for, please just private message me. I only get to my private messages a couple days a week right now because of my parents. But I'm getting an assistant and I'm having my website rebuilt, and then you guys will be able to schedule everything online shortly. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Let's see. I see you, Cindy. I'm working down the list. You're welcome, Sherry. Bless you. Keep talking to your angels. Oh, Sherry, I know I wanted to tell you. Yeah, your sister's got her guardian angel, her angel team. She's got her spirit guides. She's got actually 4 of them around her right now. And she's got some spiritual teachers she knows from the other side there that are working with her on healing. And she also has she's got loved ones that are like ancestors and relatives of you guys that you didn't even know. All right. So she's got a lot of support, and you can talk to them as well. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next reading. Guys, I'm working on it. I'm working as fast as I can before my blood sugar drops and I have to go eat. I'm doing these readings in order, guys, but I will say, let's see here. Yes, your dragons stay with you through it all, Leona. All right, guys, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to miss anything. I'm trying to see everybody's comments. Okay. All right, I think next. Okay, the next one I had posted. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm sorry. The next one I have on here is Vicky, are you still there? Let me know if you're still there, please, Vicky. I gotta keep these kind of short, guys, because I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna have to get off here soon. Let's see. Vicky, let me know if you're still here, sweetie. Hi, Mandy. Good to see you. All right. Let me see here. You're back, Carol. Awesome. All right. All right. I'm just waiting to see if Vicky Lynn is still here. All right. Vicky Lynn, Vicky Lynn. Let's see. Leona says, I really appreciate the way you explain things, Larkin. It took me time, but your wise words and the way you explain things made me look at things in a different ways. Good. That's the point. Yes. And different ways to deal with things. Still learning, but I have all my children back home with me as you pushed me to listen. Thank you. You're welcome. Bless you, Leona. I'm just going to take a moment here. I have such chills. This is why I asked you guys to please come back and give me feedback. I have so many chills racing through my body right now, Leona. I've often wondered about you and your family. And guys, everything we want is outside of our comfort zone. And Leona, your whole life will be full of that. But my dear, you understand what I was talking about there and what your guides were telling you. Thank you for sharing this with me. I will hold this to my heart forever. I'm so excited to hear that. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, another message that made my night. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's see here. I guess Vicky's not here right now. So let's go up to, I'm sorry for whoever's had to log off. Trying to get things as fast as I can. Okay, Cindy. Cindy, are you still there? I love how you posed the question. Do you have any possible vibes for me this awesome evening? Okay, watch. I'll scroll down. It'll be Vicky. No. Sharon Williamson. Wow. Hi, Sharon. Kaweezi's still there. Yay, Kaweezy. All right, Sharon. We'll get to you. Hang in there, honey. All right. Yes, Cindy, you're there. Cindy, so good to see you. I love your energy. I just love your energy. Um, so okay, so a couple things. So first of all, you've got that same enthusiastic, high vibrational, big vision and energy, Cindy. You really do. It's fascinating. Um, So I'm going to share with you what they're showing me, what I see around you that has changed. Oh, Rose, you're still there too. Great. What has changed and what has evolved since we spoke last. And I'm going to show you what they're showing me. I'm going to try to show you. I'm going to try to describe what they're showing me as far as what you still need to be working on, because I see both things. They're showing me both. They're seeing me a building of your knowledge and your confidence and your how to and your vision in leaps and bounds. So kudos to you. That is amazing. You are tenacious and bold, and your vision is true, and you've got that alignment going on. They're showing me some mixed wires going on, Cindy, is that you still have some areas and habits in your life that are cycling back around, where it's sort of like you're spinning your wheels, like you kind of keep coming back to the same place, like you're kind of in a rut. And what they're showing me though is you don't, some of them you recognize and some of them you don't recognize. Some of the ruts you're getting into that are stopping you from the areas that where you're not where you're having trouble moving forward are things that you think you are moving forward, and you're misinterpreting progress for busyness. You're misinterpreting progress for busyness. In other words, you're moving forward, but not in the direction that's going to take you where the vision that you want to. That's not for all components of your vision. That's just in certain areas, Cindy. Okay. So, what they're asking me to remind you of, and I love your spirit guides, like your spirit guides are popping up to me right now, Cindy, and they're just fabulous. Like they're fabulous. They're so high energy, and they're kind of like just dancing around like, come on, just tell her. But one of the things I'm seeing is like they're hilarious. Like they'll see you come to a crossroads and make a decision, and you will go one direction, and they're like trying to like block you from that way and get you to go this way. um, and they're just so enthusiastic about supporting you. And what they're saying is there's two things they're showing me they want you to do. They're trying to get you to do. Number one, they're asking me to remind you to create a little more stillness because they want you to hear, uh, to really listen all the way through to your instincts and your intuition and what they are telling you before you take action. Okay, it makes sense. I love your spirit guides, though. They're so high energy and they have to be to keep up with you. Um, so, in other words, they're showing me like they try to get you to be like, whoa, settle down, take a step back for a minute. And the reason is because your visions are so big, and I don't just say vision, I say visions, plural, are so big that a lot of times you skip the practical steps that need to happen for those big visions to become a reality. In other words, you're always kind of ready to make the leap from here to make it a leap to here. They don't want you to make it a leap. They want you to take the steps. And they're showing me that sometimes you're missing steps. Okay. Um, and they're trying to get you to kind of slow down and be still enough that you really take that into account before just moving forward, okay, with things. They love the action part of what you're doing, but they want you to uh, take a little more time in stillness sometimes to really hear the voice and not just jump on what you think the voice is saying. That's the first thing. And then the other thing they said is like to simplify your priorities. So when they're showing me they think you've got your wires crossed, it's because the energy and the image that you have in non-physical is accurate for what you want. But here in this world, just like I get challenged with the logistics in this physical world, so do you. And they're like, you got to bring that down some to make sure you don't miss those steps. And in order to do that, they said you have gotten out of your comfort zone in quite a few things. And that's what's catapulting you forward. But there's some comfort zones you need to make yourself more aware of that you need to get out of in order to actually bring this vision into fruition. Okay. And they're showing me that this summer is going to be a great opportunity for doing that. They're showing me that they're showing me you with some groups of people. So I don't know if that's networking or friends or people you're getting together to have events, but they're showing me basically in a networking type situation. And you're going to be meeting a lot of people and having a lot of opportunities. And they want you to get these things that they just shared with me in order before you do that. So you got the spring to do that. And then this summer, you're going to have a lot of opportunities. Okay. So, Cindy, peace, be still. It says it right in your name. Peace, be still. Get that stillness. Listen to that intuition and then move forward. Take those opportunities. You got to be able to recognize them this summer. But they're showing me a lot of things happening then. Okay. Yes. Uh yes, you have. You have. You've gotten out of some of your comfort zones. And then some of the ones you have are the ones you don't quite recognize yet. Some of these people you're going to meet over the summer will help you with that. But go ahead and start following their instructions now so you can be at your best when this summertime opportunities come, okay? Love the stillness, Sharon Williamson. Oh, me too. It's heaven. All right, guys. Cindy, please keep me posted. Mwah. I hope you join us for Meet Your Spirit Guides on March 28th. Guys, if you're interested in that or you want to follow me for more readings or more help for transformation or any of this, just go to my Larkin Psychic Medium page. And if you like and follow it, you'll be up to date on all those posts, okay? I haven't been posting a lot lately, but I am posting events and my lives and stuff on there, okay? All right, Cindy. Mwah. Love be with you. Keep in touch. I hope to see you again soon. Let's see. Yes, your heart and mind is open for change. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. That's awesome. You're welcome. I loved it. It's fun reading for you, Cindy. Always a pleasure, my dear. All right, let's see who's next here. All right, got to see who's next. All right, I'm just going down the list, guys, as I start them. Okay, Kaweezy, I know you're there, buddy. I know I read for you and your dad every week, so he's there. All right, let's see here. You're back. All right, Carol, awesome. All right, Carol, let's see what's going on with you, dear. And we'll get to Kaweezy, we'll get to Sharon. Hold on here. I wanted to see if there was something. I thought there was something else you said back there, Carol, that I wanted to. Not sure what it was you responded to. Oh, all right. I got to make sure I get to. That's a hard one, guys. You guys, when you have names like at I or LIIIO that's hard. I need to get my glasses on. That's great. All right. All right, Carol, do you have any specific questions? You just wanted a general reading? I see you, Leona. All right, let's see what's going on with you, Carol, here. Well, so your spirit team is very focused, and it looks like they are mirroring your focus. You have a lot of blue and purple energy around you, which is intellectual and spiritual energy going on. Doing a lot of thinking. You need to be sorting out some of your thoughts, Carol. Um, I'm being shown it's a time for you to reprioritize some things in your life, and that you're actually good at prioritizing, whether you know it or not. But it looks like, let's see, they're showing me you have some changes coming up, and I'm asking them if they can show me when about that might be. So you've been thinking about making some shifts or changes. They look like major changes. So whether you're making a trip or you're thinking about moving or switching jobs, some major changes coming on. But what they're showing me is actually you're considering making changes because they're showing me it's actually inevitable. I'm sorry, Rose. I'll get in the comments and message you, okay? Please come join me again. I'll be on in the next couple days and do some more readings. Good night, Rose. Let's see. Uh, so they're showing me that this, just like often this happens, we'll feel an inspiration and motivation, a need for change. And a lot of times they're showing me it happens because there's change that's inevitable, that's in the process of going to be coming. And it's better if you make the change than if you wait for the change to occur. Okay. Because if the change occurs, then you don't have the same amount of conscious control over about it. And you don't, you usually won't enjoy it the same way. Right. Um, so they're telling me that you need to follow your instincts for change. They're also showing me that there's a change in perspective that is needed for you. Um, they're showing me a trip in your future because you need to get away and you need a change of environment because you are good at prioritizing. They're showing me. Um, they're showing me that this trip is going to help. You're going to come back either on the trip or you're going to come back feeling at ease, they're saying. In other words, things are going to seem simplified for you. There's going to be a lot of clarity that comes from that. And a lot of it is going to be because your mind is going to have its attention off of what you normally have it on, and your intuition is going to have the opportunity to come through and just guide you like the rudder on a boat. It's just going to guide you. And probably I'm asking them again when. So significant months that are coming up. August is definitely a significant month for you coming up, Carol. And I'm asking them to differentiate between significant months coming up and anything else that they want to share time wise. Um, August is definitely going to be significant. It looks like by the fall, maybe end of October, beginning of November, settling in more in December, you're going to have like a good strong sense of peace and clarity as to where you're going to be, what you're going to be um moving into next. Okay, there's going to be a nice sense of clarity. I also see a lot of in this process, during this process between like now and that late fall, mid to late autumn, a cleansing process. It looks like what they're showing me is of items. So it looks like a cleaning out process as well. Um let's see here. Wait a minute. Did I miss a comment? No. Um I see things being cleaned out. I think it's going to be mental, emotional, and physical, but there's going to be a cleansing, and this sense of peace is going to be coming after that cleansing. Um, let's see, where'd she go? Did I cut her off? Ah, wait a minute, guys. I just want to make sure Carol's still there. You still there, Carol? Maybe she wasn't there. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Well, let's. Anyway, this sounds pretty amazing, Carol. If you're there or you hear this, I hope that this is amazing for you. All right, my dear. All right, let's see who else is still here. We have a small group of people left, so let's see if Mandy is here. Sharon Williamson, I know Kawizi, you want me to get to you. I want to get to you, Sharon Williamson, because your partner passed today, and that's really important to get to that. So let's see. Mandy, are you here? You're actually next on the list if you're here. Let's see who's here. Sharon's here. Okay, so Sharon, let's go ahead and do you first because you're here. Kawizi, I'm not forgetting about you, buddy. I'm just trying to get to people I haven't read for yet to make it fair. All right, so it looks like Mandy has left the building. Maybe not. Guys, don't forget, if you find this valuable, please go ahead and like this live so that more people can find Veronica and her readers on this page. All right. My partner passed today. I'm so sorry, Sharon Williamson. Just hoping for a message to connect. I'm so sorry, Sharon. Okay, let's just take a moment here. I'm taking a moment in the sacredness of the time in which this was so recent. And it doesn't matter to spirit how recent it is. However, there are wonderful and beautiful and magical transitions that happen on the day and within the 3 days of someone passing. Okay. So I'm taking that time to honor that sacredness there. Oh, Priscilla, bless your heart, you're still there. And in doing so, I want to share a few things with you because it doesn't matter if a person has passed today, 5 minutes ago, or 50 years ago. They will still come through and they're still present. However, they can come through in different ways. And being as they just passed today, their energy is still very earthbound. Okay, Sharon? The energy is still very earthbound. Um, what you'll what you may or may not experience, in the pain of feeling a loss, you may not experience this. However, um, we have this beautiful grace period when we cross back over, whereby we have 3 days where souls can still keep their low vibrational frequency, even though their body has departed from their energy. Their vibrational frequency can stay very low vibration in our world, just like our spirit guides can. And they do this, it's a very sacred time because they can go around and they can visit on a more down to earth vibrational level. They can still experience as an energy things in a much more material form. They can try to connect with us in a more material form. And so this is what your partner is actually doing right now. Um, what I would say is, first of all, don't try too hard, because the harder you try, the harder it is for you to sense them. And usually your pain is in the way anyway, right? Often we don't, it usually catches us by surprise if we sense them during that time. Um, so my question to them is um, about the departure itself. And there is great peace, great peace with them, Sharon. I understand, like for you, this is a lot harder than it is for your partner, because your partner now sees every moment that you ever spent together. Um, oh, that's what you prayed for. Yes, bless your heart. It doesn't make it any easier for us, but your partner, and this should give you peace as well. I know this gives me peace. Your partner can see and hear and feel and sense every interaction you ever had and they ever had with anyone from the other person's perspective or the other animal's perspective. Okay. And this is a sacred blessing. And so they have peace because they have complete understanding, whereas you don't, right? Um, I'm seeing a knot. They're showing me a beautiful, tight knot, shimmery knot. It sort of fluctuates between like a gold and a silver and a rose gold. It's sort of shimmering colors. This shows me this is a spiritual knot. And it's not just like one knot like you tie to start your shoe. It's like a knot on top of a knot on top of a knot. And they're showing me that is your relationship. That that you have that knot is yours. And that will remain. There's a very strong spiritual bond and spiritual connection. I'm getting just super chills there. This is when spirit is telling me that they are grateful for the way I'm explaining it is the way that they would like me to, because I'm essentially just interpreting energy, okay? So, okay, good. Resonates. So they're showing me obviously you're looking for physical touch and contact. They're showing me what looks and feels like a small metal like piece of jewelry that you have been holding in your hand. They're showing me it in the palm of your hand. And let's see. And so I'm asking side conversations about energy, and they're saying, any of the items left behind that are obviously now, what you have physically will not just now, not just for a little while, but will always contain the energy of that person. And you're going to find that comforting for a while, and that's very important. They're also showing me the holding of hands. And had you guys given each other rings? Because they're showing me rings. They're showing me your hands being held, and they're showing me rings on your hands. They're also showing me uh there was a time, let's see, they had to take their jewelry off during this process. But the image they're showing me is of you two holding hands. Bracelets? Okay. Um, but in this image of holding hands, somebody does have a ring on. Um, yes, you were best friends. It was the whole kit and caboodle. Let's see. They're showing me that. They're showing me that they saw your tears. Um, yes, best friends, yes. They're showing me that, so this is beautiful because they're showing me the holding of hands. They're showing me you holding this metal jewelry in your hand, not all necessarily at the same time. They're showing me, um, this is beautiful. So sorry, I'm taking a moment to try to interpret because they're actually showing me what was seen from spirit. So, ALS, yeah. Um, so the experience that was going on for your partner during the passing is really, really beautiful because while still maintaining physical senses, at the same time, they were experiencing the heightened senses. He was able to start to see you as he left his body, not watching you with his human eyes, but while still hearing you and feeling you in physical form, was able to see you in spirit form. Okay? You feel so much relief. Yeah. And this was just, I mean, what they're showing me right now is just blowing me away. Like what he's showing me is so beautiful. It's just so amazing because I mean, I'm human, right? So he's showing me this dual experience, and it's pretty freaking awesome. Because he could also at that point feel your emotions and pick up on your thoughts, and your presence was so glowing. I'm being shown so glowing, and tears. I'm seeing tears roll down your face. I'm seeing your head bow. And interestingly enough, and he's brave enough to share this. Hi, Rosalie. Welcome, sweetheart. The beautiful part is, and this is going to sound so weird, so bear with me, but I'm going to share what he wants me to share, okay? The weird part is, I find this so beautiful. While you were bowing your head and feeling him slip away, he was becoming more present with you and around you. While you were feeling him slip away and crying over loss and having tears and bowing your head and squeezing his hand, he was actually, he was smiling with love and joy and filling the room. Because when we cross over that tunnel that we go to, guys, it's not just like the ultimate God source. It's us. We have to connect. The biggest part of our soul is not here. We have to connect back with our soul first. We reconnect with the back of our soul because we're like it's like we put our hand in a glove. That's us in our life. And then we have to connect with the rest of our body, right? So while he's going through that and witnessing the unconditional love and bond that the two of you had, while you're sitting there in sorrow, he was doing that. He was having the greatest experience of peace and unconditional love with you, seeing the light of truth of your relationship. At the same time, he had loved ones and angels and spirit guides present. I see an absolutely magnificent woman there who looks like it would have been his mother. It's a motherly energy, just absolutely arms out. I mean, this was a truly angelic and beautiful experience. Okay. Um, let's see here. Let's see what you said here. At 2:38 this morning, I was woken up, like startled, and 5 minutes later, I got a call. It's almost like the yes, yes, absolutely. Yes. So there is this beautiful, beautiful energy here of him watching this transition. Okay. And it's a very sacred thing. It's a very sacred thing. So let me share this with you, Sharon, because I told you for 3 days that they would be coming and visiting. Here's the other beautiful side of that. Okay. As you're telling me about the phone call, that visitation can start before they actually pass from the body. So the drive by, you are 100% accurate. You are absolutely accurate. He actually was visiting before, and not just you. I mean, he was making the rounds before, knowing he was going to be passing. Okay, you understand that? Okay. Yeah. So this is a beautiful thing. Um, I'm asking if there's anything else. So what I'm being shown is right now for today, it was just to show you that he is present with you. Okay. It's going to be obviously a long road to healing, but it's a lifelong road to healing, right? What he is saying is make sure, keep talking to him, keep loving him. He's going to keep visiting you. He's going to be visiting you in the astral plane. He's going to be visiting you in your dreams. He's going to be visiting you all the time. Remember that your relationship has not ended, it is merely transformed. And you can maintain that relationship just in a different way, okay? Because you guys are very, very bonded at the soul, okay? He also wants you to know, don't ever question the timing was perfect. He left exactly when he had to leave, okay? It was his choice. That's right, no more pain. And we choose the moment we come into this world and we choose the moment that we depart. Okay, so he chose exactly when he left. All right, and it was perfect. He can see that. That was part of that joy, of that ease and beauty of passing that we don't see yet. All right. Um, so I'm going to send you with him, Sharon, and you do what you need to for for your own peace and healing right now, okay? And know that he's going to be very, very present for the next 3 days. I said that out loud. He took back control from that disease. I'm so proud of him. Yes. And now he sees the purpose of it, the choice in it, and how perfect it all was. Okay. And now he's going to be on the other side to guide you with the rest of your purpose. and why you're still here. Okay. All right, Sharon, please keep me posted. Don't forget, guys, if you want to stay connected with me or follow me on any of my other readings or events, my psychic medium page is right down here. You can just follow that and like it so that you don't lose it. And please keep me posted. Okay. I love to hear how you're all doing. Absolutely. You are proud of him, and he is a beautiful soul who did an absolutely magnificent job of not only handling his situation, but in his transition. And he's reaping those rewards now. Okay. Thank you, Sharon, for letting me read for you. Mwah. All right, Kweezy, I'm going to come to a quickie on you, but not a long one because I read for you almost every week and I want to get to these people before I have to go eat. Yeah, I know. I'm still on. I don't want to be because I'm getting hungry, but I do want to be because I'm trying to get to as many people as I can, okay? I won't be on much longer, but I'm going to try to do more lives, not as long, because believe it or not, guys, when I'm on this long, I get hungry, I get shaky, I get tired. Um, but I'm trying to get to everyone, okay? That is beautiful, Leona. All right, so let's see here, Kawizi. Let me get back to where you are here. Steve, I love your comments. Let me put Kawizi's up here, and then I want to read your comment, Steve. I appreciate that since we're on that. I see you guys. AM, I see you. Let's see. Hi, Angel. All right, let's see here. Rose Sullivan had to leave. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Kwesi, I think I missed your other. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Can you ask Spirit if I have a daughter? They say I have a kid, but I don't know if been dealing with going on 12 years now. Okay. All right, let's do this. And then let's do, I do want to read this, guys, because it connects with the Sharon's reading. Steve 1269 got on. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. He says, I understand exactly what you're telling her right now. I was actually very happy for my dad when he passed away because I knew it was going to be so much better for him than what he was going through. Absolutely, guys. That's unconditional love. I wonder if my parents are ever still come around and check in on me. Absolutely, they do. Absolutely. Every time you think of them, they're right there. Absolutely. Hopefully, we can get back to you some more today or next time. Absolutely, they're there. And guys, I think that's a beautiful thing when we have the perspective. Steve says it takes a lot of energy to do what you're doing. Thank you. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. It does, and I think that it's also energizing, but it does take energy. I think that it is when you're doing this, guys. It's the mental and cognitive work, and it's also the spiritual translation and the energy work. Plus, you're thinking and you're at a vibrational frequency where that you don't maintain all the time, right? And then for me, a lot of it is you're reading everybody's comments, you're trying to get to everyone. It's pretty constant. This has been 2 hours and 24 minutes tonight. So it does take energy, and I appreciate you guys recognizing that because I do try to stay on as long as I can. Usually it's an hour. When I do them not on Veronica's page, I can do them longer, but if I get on Veronica's page later, like I do, I don't have people after me, so I'm able to get on and stay on a little longer. But I appreciate you guys recognizing that. Plus, I'm getting hungry, so we don't want that. Okay. So, Kawizi, you're told you have a daughter. It's been going on for 12 years now, and you don't know. Okay. So let's see. So I can tell you what I pick up on energetically and what I see the ties are. I will give you a warning and a heads up. Um, it may be what I get is not 100% accurate. And the reason I say that is because I'm dealing with energy. And what I see is that the energy will often connect you um, as a relative or not as a relative when you're really not. And vice versa, just because of the energetic connections. What it seems to me, okay, there's a couple things, and then I'm going to tell you what they're telling me, Kawizi, that you need to do. Because regardless of what the reality is, you have to deal in the reality that you have. And if you are to meet, if that is meant to be, you will. Okay. What I am seeing energetically, I do see um, a female energy out there as a daughter energy. I do see that. Um, but I am also being told that the purpose of our relationships with different people, you need to be reminded, is exceedingly important. In other words, sometimes we come as a biological child of someone as just the right vehicle that we need to, with their right traits and characteristics and energy and storyline, to have what we need as a soul to do what we've come here to learn and do. And sometimes that means that we're born to one person or from someone, and they are not a part of our life. And that's not by mistake. Okay. Other times, we may adopt a child or have a child passed down to us because they've lost their parents or something's happened. And from our egoic standpoint, it seems awful. But we need to remember that behind the whole biological and genetic aspects of these things, we are all souls that have chosen to come here with these particular relationships. Okay. What I am being shown right now is that there is that daughter energy, that connection. Yes. I'm also being shown that it's actually for the better for you right now, that there isn't a connection there, that you are not that you're not in her life. And I'm being shown, in addition to that, um let's see, Sky was trying to help me. Okay. um but I'm also being shown that if your paths are to meet, if it is in the best interest of everyone and what your souls both have chosen, which right now I'm not seeing that as a part of your path right now, it will be because it has been done in forgiveness and acceptance, and you've let it go. And in the letting go of it, you create a space and an opening that, should it come to be, that she will come back into your life. Okay. And I do believe that farther out in the future, she is going to choose to come into your life. She is going to want to meet you, and she is going to want to make that connection. Okay. If any of that changes as time goes by, I will let you know. But for right now, that's what I'm being shown. Okay. Oh, wow. Well, give it some more time, because what I'm seeing is farther down. I'm seeing you guys in like a warm setting. I don't know if it's a beach setting, like if it's a vacation type setting or if it's a summertime meeting. But I am seeing that she's going to want that connection a few years down the road. Okay. I hope that helps. And thank you for waiting and being here, Kawezi. You know your dad's always present with you. Just keep going on that path. Keep focusing on that music. A lot of these answers are going to come to you, okay? Oh, Leona, that's so sweet. Thank you. All right, let's see who we've got here before I turn into a pumpkin. Let's see here. Rose had to get off. We have, let's see. I don't know how to say this. Akis V8, are you still there? Angel, are you still there? Let me know if you are. You're welcome, Kawezi. Mwah. Hang in there, buddy. You're doing amazing. I love seeing you on here. Yeah, Sky was trying his best. Awesome. Mandy, you're still there. Awesome. I called on you before, sweetie. I think you must have popped off or something. Okay. I'm just going down the list here, guys, of who's here, of who I have starred. Okay. At OJ5HD. You're next. Let's see here. Unstar. Because Mandy never came back. Oh, Mandy did come back. All right. Yes. Okay. So then we'll get back to you, Mandy. I think I called on you before, but I think you weren't here or something. All right. You got chills from that reading. I know. Me too, buddy. All right. I love it when we get chills. All right. So Mandy, we'll get back to you. Let me do let's see here. All right. We'll try to get to you, KR. Okay. All right. Okay. What should I call you? At Am. Okay. Do you have any particular question that you want to know? Is there anything in particular you're wanting to know about? Just to make it a little quicker, because I am trying to get through the rest of you guys before I pop off of here. And I'm starting to get hungry and tired, so I'm not going to be on here much longer. I'm going to try to get through here. Oh, that's okay, Mandy. I've got a house full of creatures. That's why I was late getting on today. So I understand. You're just fine. We'll get there, okay? All right. House full of creatures. I love it. All right. At Am, what do you want to know tonight? What's going on with you? Do you have anything in particular that you would like to know? You've got multiple spirit guides, but you've got one that is very persistent about wanting you to understand that they are communicating with you, and to really listen to your intuition and to start trusting yourself more. Oh, great. Okay, this is where the intuition part came in. Anj, yes. I'm trying to sell a property given my grandfather. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, what popped up immediately was around October. So I'm not seeing that as meaning, I'm asking, does that mean wait till October or does that mean it will be sold in October? I'm just seeing October. So I don't think I don't think that means you have to wait until October. I see that your opportunity for that is going to come around October. Okay. And that you're going to have other experiences and things that are necessary that occur prior to that. So that's what they're showing me very strongly, October. All right, Jolie James, have a good night. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, I would expect that that's about when you can that's what they're showing me, that you can expect for that, when that energy is right for that. That was a pretty nice, clear, and quick answer. And what they add to that is what they were telling me before, which is just trust and follow your intuition. Um, the energy is still connected to your grandfather, so that's going to be helpful. That energy will come in transferring that property. Okay. So please let me know how that goes. Things can always shift, but typically when they show me a month or a number, that's typically, unless the person changes the timeline by doing a 180, that's typically the way the vibrations are headed. Okay. Thank you, Ash. Let's see. It's been stuck for 20 years. Well, maybe October is going to be your break, because they're showing me October. So something is going to be shifting at that time, around that time. And they're saying, trust your intuition. So either you're going to have somebody that wants it, or you're going to have an offer that maybe you're like, not really sure, but yeah, that works. But they definitely, what came up for me was October. So what I would do, you're welcome. Now remember, things can always change, but I see an energy shift in like your family's energy in October. So that probably has a lot to do with it. And it also might have been waiting for closer to the 21-year mark, because things happen in 7-year cycles. And in October, you will be approaching closer to a 21-year mark. So the actual change of hands would be even closer to a 21-year mark, which would make that 3 7-year cycle. So I'm guessing that's probably why they're showing me October. Okay. But please keep me posted. It doesn't mean things can't shift, but that's a pretty straight arrow that they're showing me right now. Okay. Keep me posted. Thank you for tuning in. All right. Spider Bite. Hello. God, I love that name. That's so cute. All right, let's see. You are welcome. Hello. Okay, so let's see. Mandy. Up here, you're back. Okay. Mandy, what can I do for you? What would you like? You have a particular question about something that you'd like to cover today? Let me know. Yep, I was on 2 hours ago. That's right. Um, maybe you'll get a bite next time. All right, Spider Bite. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in. Roskane? Hello, welcome. Bless you too, Ange. Welcome. Thank you for coming and letting me read for you. Mandy G. Yes. All right. What can I do for you, Mandy? Do you need some things going on here? Anything specific? Let's see here. You have a really good conscious let's see. What do I want to say? Conscious guardianship energy about you. It probably has to do with the energy, with the animals. Any info about your main spirit guide? Oh my gosh. So first of all, I would are you signed up for my Meet Your Spirit Guides event on March 28th? That's the first thing I would ask you, because I love interpreting for you, but there is nothing like getting validation and knowing for sure that you have spirit guides and getting to know them. The other thing is I'm actually seeing I'm seeing 3 spirit guides for you, and they shift depending on when you need them and what. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, guys, help me. I'm going to be foolish here. TIA. I should know what that means. What does that mean? TIA. What am I missing here? Tell me. Oh, you'll sign up after this. Okay. All right. That sounds good. Um, you've met them. Yes, you have met them. Um, but the Meet Your Spirit Guides is for both people that want to meet their spirit guides and they never have before. Um, hold on, Steve, I see ya. Or if you are advanced and you want to know how to deepen your relationship with your spirit guides, get more in depth, interact with them on a daily basis, kind of like they're people like I do. So the Meet Your Spirit Guides event is for all levels. And yes, it is clear that you've met them because you recognize you have that one main spirit guide that really is very strong with communicating with you. So we're just going to give you a little validation today. Is all you really need today, Mandy. And then I'm also going to have a all about spirit guides free event prior to the Meet Your Spirit Guide so people can tell if they want to go to that event or not. Facebook completely deleted it. I'd done a perfect one 3 years ago. It was totally channeled, and Facebook deleted all the videos I've done for the last 10 years because I guess they're doing that now. If you don't, so that's why I'm using StreamYard and YouTube now because I don't want to lose thousands of hours of video. So you can join that as well. Thanks in advance, KR. Yes, you're welcome. All right, so let's see here. Thank you in advance. Okay. I see. All right. So, Steve, if you can hold on just 1 second, I'm just going to give Mandy quick validation and then I'll get to your question quick, okay? Because I know Mandy's been on here hours waiting too. So let me just it's just going to be quick validation for you, Mandy, really for them. I mean, the main thing, Mandy, is they'd love to get you deep in your relationship with them more in a much more detailed, practical way. Just because, and you know that's why you're on here tonight asking. That's why you've waited a couple hours to get a reading. And they're doing the right thing. Okay. He basically just wants you to know that is what you need to be doing, that is the powerful track for you because they really want to teach you to trust your intuition more powerfully. And so 1, sign up for the Meet Your Spirit Guides. 2, show up for All About Spirit Guides when I post that. That'll be in the next 2 weeks on a weekend. And number 3, you need to start journaling to them, like really journal and start asking more specific questions because your next phase with your spirit guides, Mandy, which is what your main spirit guide's trying to help you do, is going to be evidential. Okay. It's going to be finding evidence, just like I got proof of my one spirit guide, Aiden, by learning who he'd been in a past life in Ireland, right down to the people that he knew and the city. Right, not everyone will be able to do that. Not everyone's had spirit guides that have historical documentation, but I will be. He wants you to learn to work with them evidentially like that, and that's where you're headed. So you are to start journaling. Morning and evening is great. Ask them specific questions, keep getting specific, and start seeing what turns up. And then you're going to have more to work with when we get on the Meet Your Spirit Guides. Okay. Just make sure you follow the instructions to sign up for it. It's posted on my Psychic Medium page. All you have to do is private message me. I'm just taking 20 people at a time. Okay. Mandy, I can't wait to get to know you more. Thank you for tuning in and for your awesome question. All right. This is so exciting. I love when people want to talk about spirit guides. All right. Steve, can I ask if my parents have a quick message for me? If not, it's okay. I can come back next time or schedule an in-person reading sometime. So your parents are very present with you, actually, Steve, and they love the connection that you had and that you have. that you are so interested in keeping in touch with them. Because oh, there's a lot of people that don't actually. And there's a lot less men that do. So that's actually very powerful. They are right there together, like powerfully together, like they're a power team. And they're a power team for you. Um, let's see. They're showing me so I don't know if this is present or if this is going to be future tense for you, but they're showing me vehicles, they're showing me cars, and they're going to use this as validation for you. They want you to know that you're going to make the right decisions about the cars. You're going to make the right choices. Just trust your gut. They said you're very smart about those things. You're a very, what's the word? They're trying to use a C word. You're very not contemplative, um, not concise. You're a very conscious thinker. They said you're a very conscious thinker, a conceptual, conscious and conceptual thinker, they're telling me. So trust your intuition because um, they're telling me that you're actually very conceptually gifted and that um, you can actually trust your gut instinct a lot faster than you think you can about things. You're pulling in a lot more information and you're measuring it out a lot quicker than you realize. That's cool. Okay. Let's see. And then let's see here. I see you, Maria, Machi, and Brolik. Um, you're welcome, Mandy. Bless you too, sweetheart. Let's see what else are they showing me here. So they do spend time with you. They know you want that connection and that interaction and that communication. And actually over the past they're showing me 3. I'm not sure if it's 3 weeks or 3 months. I'm asking them if it's 3 weeks or 3 months. Sorry guys, I keep moving around. I'm getting uncomfortable sitting on the couch here. 3 months. 3 months. That they have been visiting you more regularly, pretty strongly in the astral plane over the last 3 months. They say that you've needed that. It's been fun. They have met you in the astral plane before. Um, so this is when you're sleeping and your soul's attention leaves your body. Your soul's still there, but your soul's attention leaves its body. It interacts with them. You've been spending a lot of time with them. You've been asking them a lot of questions and conversing with them and having fun, but you've been asking more serious questions. And what they're showing me is you are, hi, Jocelyn. What they're showing me is that when you wake up, you're not remembering it all, but you are waking up with the knowledge that you bring back from them, and they want you to trust that. They also say if you want to start getting some more, let me say this in a better way. If you want to start validating more that they are present, start journaling. And I will explain why this is. This is because when we journal, we put our mind on paper and we can actually see our thoughts on paper. Then, when our loved ones or our spirit guides chime in and they speak to us or they answer questions, we can see them versus our own thoughts. And we've burnt off a lot of the cognitive garbage. And that is going to help you have more clear connection personally, Steve, if you want that with your parents, even without someone else's interpretation, like my own. It's going to help you sense them better because when you write on paper, not a computer, when you write on paper, it's more powerful. You cross the midline of your brain, and you're allowing yourself to have an objective perspective where you can actually see your mind and your ego versus your loved ones, your spirit guides, your angels, and you can start to see the difference in what you write down as an answer. Okay. So this is going to really help you to feel their connection more. They really want you to feel that connection more. Okay. They want you to know that they're very, very proud of you, and they want to thank you for choosing them. As souls, we choose who we have as children and who we have as parents. And in this particular case, you wanted them. When you were going to come into this life and you guys were all planning everything and you were there with your soul family, they're part of that soul family. They're telling me you chose them. Like you were like those two. I want those souls. That's who I need. And you were right, and they want to thank you for that. That was definitely an honor for them. Do you have any specific questions, Steve? They mostly just want to validate that they're there and present, but they want you to be able to have that validation on your own as well. So please let me know if you have any other questions there. Don't forget the conceptually gifted part, please. And if you want to direct things a specific way and you want to write down on a piece of paper before you go to sleep a question or something you want to work through, put it on your bedside or under your pillow. They will start to work with you on that in your astral plane visits. And you may not notice it immediately, but you will start to notice it if you make it considerable. Okay. If you make it, consistent. Okay. All right. Let me see if Steve has any other comments or questions there. Hold on, guys. I see all of you. All right. I hope Steve is still there. I hope he got all that because that was really lovely. What lovely, lovely souls. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. Hold on. We got this TIA thing going on. Okay, okay. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. Okay. Hold on. Somebody said yes, TIA. Somebody else said I looked it up and it's a mini stroke. Spider. Okay. Okay. Well, I hope that that's not what she was referring to. Oh dear. Okay. Thank you for that. All right. I really missed the boat on that one, didn't I? Thank you for that. I appreciate your help. Thank you guys for looking stuff A. There's got to be, I hope there's something else that she meant there other than a mini stroke, but yikes. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for your help. Okay. Let's see. I see you, Jocelyn. I see you. Or Jacqueline, excuse me. I can't tell. I need to put my glasses on. Jocelyn, I see you. But if you've noticed, Jocelyn, how long I've been on almost 3 hours. And bless people's heart, they have waited that long. And I have gone where Spirit has asked me to, and I've gone in that order that I have starred people because Spirit knows best. So I do see you. I see you now. Thank you. I did not see you probably until, oh God, I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know, a little while ago, but I did see you before this. So thank you for hopping on and making sure that I saw you. I appreciate that. I can see you. I think I just was scrolling through the starred ones. So if I miss saying hello to you, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Elisa Geese, hello, welcome. All right, guys. That's what Google said. I love it. It could mean several things. I hope it means something else. Let's see. Okay. Great, Mandy. You're an evidential medium. That's fantastic. And you're back with us. That is great. It's very important. Evidence is very important. Okay. Oh, you subscribed to my YouTube. Awesome, Jocelyn. Yay. Yes, I'm just starting to build that because I don't think Facebook is dependable as I thought it was. So, you looked a little deeper. Thank you in advance. Thanks, Spider Bite. I'll take that one. I like that one much better. Let's see here. You don't have Facebook. How can I message you for Meet Your Spirit Guides workshop? Okay. Let's see. Elisa Geese, just if you email me at here, I'll put it here. Elisa Geese, if you want to join the Meet Your Spirit Guides and you don't have Facebook, email me here. Larkin's Readings at gmail.com. Okay. You email me there, and I only take 20 people per Meet Your Spirit Guides event, so I will get you registered because my website's being rebuilt, so I don't have an automated way to register right now. Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right, Jocelyn. Okay. Let's see here. Hold on. I just want to make sure. Okay. I just want to make sure I got all these guys. I'm not missing anything. Okay. In support for you guys and Steve, who I guess wasn't on here. I thought I caught him before he left, but I guess I read for him and he wasn't on here. So I hope he gets on here. I definitely remember my dreams were easier when I started writing them down. Even just wrote one word or a feeling to start. Absolutely, Spider Bite. That's right. You remember more each time. Yes. So hopefully Steve will get back on here and hear all of that. That's great. All right, so let's see. Jocelyn, I see a few of you guys I still have starred. Let's do this first. This is important. They asked me to star it. My sweet little kitty's on the couch. Okay, so we have Macha Camario. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, Steve was there. Great. Okay. Let me get down there. Hold on. I'm going to do your Are You Going to Be Okay? Let me just put this up here. Okay, thanks. Because that's all very accurate for me right now. No specific question at the moment, but I'll be back and definitely check out your links. Thank you. You're so welcome, Steve. I'm just glad you were on there to hear that, because that was a lovely message that they gave you, and I'm glad that resonated with you. Thank you for tuning in. All right, let's get back here. All right. Will you be okay? In a second, I want to find that one on here. Just pet my cat. Now I have cat hair on my lips. Just looking for your will I be okay message here. I want to make sure. Okay, well, there you are. Okay. Am I going to be okay? Okay. Absolutely. Now let's make sure you're here. Are you still there? Macha Camario, are you still there? I don't see. Oh, okay. So make sure you guys are there first. So the Meet Your Spirit Guides event, guys, is March 28th, and it's absolutely free. Okay, it was Spirit Guides event. It was Spirit Guides idea, and it's a fabulous event. If you get on it's posted to the very top. It's pinned to the top of my Psychic Medium page. And I'm going to have an All About Spirit Guides event in the next 2 weeks before that, so you can decide if you want to join or not. But I only do 20 pieces at a time, okay? You heard everything I said, Steve. Awesome. Okay. So let's see. Ah, Sydney Northern Beaches. Awesome. Welcome, Natalie Clark. Yes, great. Natalie, we're going to have a quick check-in client reunion sometime soon. I hope to see you there. I'll be posting that in the groups. Okay, you'd love to join. Awesome. Okay, email me to register. That would be great. Because I won't do the next one until I'll probably do another one in April. I try to do one each. I'll try to get back and do one each month, but it might be every other month. It just depends on how long of a waiting list I have, since I only have time to fit 20 people in at a time. Sounds good. Okay. Let's see here. Let's just see, make sure I'm not missing anybody. Sounds like she needed that, but okie doke. Well, let's see. Tani, it's my grandparents' anniversary today, and I wanted to know if they have a message for me, if they have never come through before. Oh no. Well, let me tell you, they um they are always present when you want them to be present. There are times where when souls pass, if like my grandfather, let's say they'd been struggling for a long time or they were really waiting to get out of here, that they take off for a while. That they're like, you know what? I'm not, I'm not hanging out. I'm not, you know, gonna do be a guide or anything. I have other things I need to do. That does happen, and that's okay. But for the most part, because they're outside of time and space, when we want and need to hear from them, um, or if they just want us to validate that they're there, they're there. Okay, so um, even if they seem to have not come through, Tani, they are present with you. Um, they have been present with you right now, perhaps because you feel that they haven't been and they haven't come through for you before. It's been 5 years. Yeah. Um, let's see. Oh, lovely Victoria. Let's see. So because of this, oh, 5 years. Sorry. There we go. I was starring Amy. Um, and it doesn't matter how long souls have been here or not here. Um, they can still come through just as clearly whether they just passed or whether it's been, decades. Um, but they're definitely there for you. Also, sometimes when we miss them, we love them, we want to hear from them so much. Sometimes they don't come through as clearly for us because our own mind is blocking them as well. So that often happens. In their case, probably because you've wanted to hear from them for a while and you haven't heard from them in a while, that you are consciously aware of. They have been present. They're actually showing up really cute. They're dressed up for you. They're actually showing up arm in arm, and your grandma has a little purse hanging over her arm, and they have these just big loving smiles on their face. Um no, they absolutely want to talk to you. Absolutely. They're always excited to be acknowledged and to have their loved ones recognize the possibility and the reality that they're still there. They haven't gone anywhere. They haven't died. They're still right there. They're just not in the form that we're used to. But they are literally arm in arm, very joyful. They're not in their like younger forms. They're in their grandparent form that you would remember them. Um, they're arm in arm. Your grandfather has like nice pants and shoes on and a nice shirt. Uh, and your grandma has like this lovely like brightly colored dress on, a little purse hanging over her arm, and they're just kind of like, it's like they're walking towards me like they're walking down the street, like, "Here we are, we've been here." And what this symbolizes to me is that they're dressed up because um this is an important occasion for them, and so they're dressing up for you. um they're dressing up and saying, "You know what, you matter, this is important, we've been here, and we're showing up today." Remember, I told you, well, 3 hours ago when I started this, I told everyone that spirit knows who is present. So even if you don't get a live personal reading, spirit will try to come through for you. They know who's here, they know that you're going to show up today. So they're just like, "Look, we're here and we're showing up like we're going to, you know, uh, like we're going to a show because we want you to know that it matters." They definitely do want to have that togetherness with you. Um, oh yeah, she's got her little purse. It's very cute. They're just all dressed up. It's adorable. I love that they're together. It brings tears. Oh yes, they're together. They are just joyful. They're enjoying themselves and enjoying their time together. They're very proud of you. They're enjoying the amazing person that you have become and that you are becoming, which is so amazing. Um, let's see. Spider Bite says your grandparents will be having the time of their life. Please don't feel sad for them. They're all smiles and laughter. Yes, they are. They absolutely are. That's dead on. Yes. And very joyful. And they're also joyful for you, Atani, because you've been waiting. You've been waiting to see them. And one of the things that our loved ones don't want is they don't want us to doubt. They don't want us to doubt their presence with us, their love for us, and their care and concern for our life and our experience and our soul's journey here. Okay. And so, really, today, they just wanted to validate for you that they're there. Now, they do try to get through to you, both in symbolism, in feeling, so clairsentience, and also clairaudience and claircognizance. So they've really been trying. They've tried to get through to you in laughter, in bringing funny things to you, and then they're also trying to um, get through to you in things that will get your attention, symbolic things. My cat is causing problems here. Um, and just for you to feel their warmth and their love. They're very proud of you. They think you're doing an amazing job, and they're like, "You still have such an amazing life ahead." I'm trying to keep my cat from crawling onto my drink table. Let's see. Oh, yes, they're very close. She says, "My Nan passed literally 12 hours before my son turned 16, and he's 21 tomorrow, and my heart breaks not having them here. But remember, Tani, they are here. They are here." That's the thing. That's one of the messages and the most important messages that souls want us to know and to understand, is that just because we're not sensing them with our senses does not mean they're not here. They are every bit as much here as they were before. It's just their vibration is faster now. And so they've lost that physical form, because physical form is just the slowing and solidifying of our vibration, of our frequency. Okay. Which is really a fascinating thing. And that's a whole different topic. But they are present. And remember, our relationships have just changed, not transformed. So for our egoic story in regards to you and to your son, it's sad. Like, you really miss them. You want them to be a part of that, right? But, excuse me, buddy. But in reality, they are just as present. Okay. And there are reasons and purpose for the time they're passing. And just please know that they are keeping a very close eye on him, and they're proud of him as well. They're going to be very present. And when they cross over, they leave us gifts. and they leave us aspects of their personality and who they are and their strengths and their traits. And they're asking me to look very closely, for you to look closely at your son, and you're going to start to see those really emerging in them. Not just, I don't mean just traits that maybe he's had his whole life, but I mean traits that he's acquiring now that they've passed on. Okay. So let's see, Tani. Let's see, you say, yep, I know they will always be here in spirit and in my heart. It just hurts not having them in person. Right. So it hurts not having that physical part because we, in physical form, we recognize the separation. And so we're experiencing what we identify as a loss and a separation. But just remember, in true form, in consciousness and energy, they are every bit as present. Okay, so keep talking to them. Encourage him to keep talking to them as well. Okay. Let's see. Yep, thank you for the message and the reassurance. It means more than you know. I know it does. I know. Tani, I'm going to send you with your grandparents. Here's one thing I want to share with you, is that now that you've had a reading, I find that once people have had a reading, at least when I've done readings, I have found that it's easier for them to connect with loved ones once they've had a reading. Okay. And so keep talking to them and it'll be a lot easier. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Guys, I am going to go ahead and wish you all farewell. I need to eat. My dogs are waiting to eat. It has been a beautiful 3 hours. A couple of reminders. I will be back next Friday at this probably at 10 p.m. BST, which is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, I have other lives I do throughout the week. If you like and follow my Psychic Medium page, don't forget to check out, pinned to the top of that page is the Meet Your Spirit Guides event, and keep your eyes open for the All About Spirit Guides, which I will be having prior to that. If you liked this and found this valuable today, I've got cat hair all over my face. Please go ahead and like this live so that more people can find Veronica's page. She is the greatest readers I have ever met on here, and she very specially handpicks only the best readers, and it will help support her and the readers on here. She has these amazing readers on here all week. So if you did not get a reading today, they will be on here live for you all week long. I will be on here multiple times this week. And this Sunday, I'm planning on having a prayer circle for those who need prayer and healing. We're going to do a prayer circle. There's power in numbers, and I'm going to really give some pointers about powerful prayer. We'll be having that on Sunday, and I will have that posted on my Psychic Medium page. Again, it's listed here if you want to like and follow it. For those of you who did not get a reading, again, I'm sorry, but I've been on here over 3 hours and I've got to go eat and feed my dogs. But I thank you all for your patience, all for your support of one another and your contributions. If I get a chance, I will pop in later and respond to comments that I did not get to. And oh, Leona, I didn't get to you today. Absolutely beautiful readings. Thank you so much, Larkin, for giving your energy, love, and light. You are welcome. Leona, pop on the next time I see you, and I will get you first. Okay, I will get you. I'm so sorry. Yes, Larkin is my name. It means free bird. So I told my mom that was my name before I was born, and voila, she listened. So bless her heart. Sending you all love and light, Tawny. Thank you. I love you all so much. And thank you guys for making this broadcast special. And I'll see you guys again very soon. Hopefully Sunday for the prayer circle. Mwah. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, everybody.